thinking here because look, that game that's been rescheduled. It's going to be running simultaneously with the Nemiga game that we have going on and on the mainstream. So look, I actually think that this one right here, now it's going to deliver. I didn't think it was going to deliver before, but now I do.
I believed in Jerry. I liked the plan. I liked the theory. I liked what they had in mind. They knew how to kind of deal with Simple, but then as said, when motivation hits with Na'Vi, you get the tier 1 Na'Vi. You don't get the regional Na'Vi. You get Na'Vi, I'm going to shove my barrel of the gun down your throat.
Yeah, that Na'Vi can hurt. And of course, we will remind you as well of the fact of the matter that when we talked about being the best in the world, being the best in the region, when we spoke to Jerry, he acknowledged that he believes that they are capable of both. And so did the Virtus Pro Boys.
Yeah.
So you've got VP, you've got Forz, and Na'Vi all believing and aiming for the #1 spot of not only the region, but top 5 world. All of them think they can do it.
And we've got Spirit as well, who have actually shown good results in recent
But
times,
haven't been bigging it up with the big talk.
It's just Boris the Butcher there occasionally, you know, saying, yeah, we play our game and we get the headshots.
That's all they say.
That's all they say. We love it.
Yes, but that's why they're not part of that trio gunning for the #1 spot.
It's crazy that Kickit thought, he said, yeah, we're looking to be a top 5 team in the world. Like, I think that's probably a fair statement for them to make. And then obviously we had Yakinda on yesterday as well, talking about the fact they just need to get some more tier 1 games under their belt. And this is a nice way. They've actually been slowly dipping their foot back in the pool. Right? It's not like they're just jumping in the deep end or anything. They're not just thrown back in tier 1 realms. They've been working their way through. They've been able to get these teething issues out of the way. And this tournament here domestically is one where you can verse some good squads, the Forzes, the Spirits, the Na'Vis, as well as slowly gearing up and fixing those mistakes, just like he was saying. So I want to see more from VP. I definitely want to see more if we can get the Gambit squad. I keep going to say youngsters. I'm sorry, everybody. If we can get Gambit to come out and show some polished CS, because they're that 5th team.
Was Mir in Gambit? Am I making
He was. Yeah, he was. That was obviously post the major winning era. They had chopped and changed with some players there, but Mir didn't shine in that team in the same way he is in Spirit.
So you're definitely having more freedoms in that one for shizzle, my nizzle. But Mir and Magic's the ones I'm looking forward to seeing more of. But that's not the game we are focusing on today. In fact, I want to make sure I have everything covered. Yes, we have covered the reschedule from last Sunday. So the Na'Vi game, second game, is that reschedule. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, just very briefly. You know, I have my notes on my screens here. I look through, and sometimes I get left bits and pieces from, you know, Harry, who stands here.
What's he left here?
Lecro, just looked him up, ratified, and figure skating.
Can I have one more look?
Yes, please, please.
Lecro.
Lecro, ratified.
What's ratified?
Ratified. Ratified. To ratify a statement, it means to correct yourself.
Oh, I thought it was like a Pokemon.
I think. Sign or give formal consent. Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's a good word.
Figure skating.
Well, the figure skating's fun.
Skating.
I'm looking at Mr. Burns, see my vest.
Is a sport.
Oh, is that what you got left?
Pairs or groups perform on figure skates on ice. It was the first something.
I just don't know how you get there.
I don't know.
Like the journey
I'm going to try
which you
the
hit
Harry
figure
journey.
skating.
Hang on.
What have you got there? Oh, anything nice?
This is an interesting. We're hacking the mainframe right now.
Hurricanes. So if you're interested about hurricanes, the Cyclone Tropical in meteorology, it's actually in Polish, so I can't read the rest of that.
Nice try, though.
Yeah, I've got a Polish definition of hurricane, if you're interested.
There's no Polish players in the CIS region, guys.
Oh, damn. Anyway, the CIS region Counter-Strike does kick off in just a moment. When we come back, we'll be getting into it. Gambit gunning for HellRaisers.
My name is Trace Saranthus. I am building a PC for Jordan Gilbert.
My goal was really to get something that was no compromise, super powerful, and ideally not built by Trace.
Yes, thank you so much, Jordan Gilbert. You know, we don't make mistakes around here. We made happy accidents.
I get a booster seat here. Enter now for a chance to win one of 3 PCs built by me, Jason, or Trace.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
For a long time now, always always have a good time whenever we go out. But you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me junk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Feeling lost like I just want a time back time. I'm choked up, tell me how do I say this right? Cause you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me drunk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. But I can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. But I can't say
I might be tired of the stones they throw, picking up scars and I hold them close. They shot me down, but I got this fight. Shine a light on me when my heart goes dark. Cause I'll never lose faith now. I'm in the flames of an angel. Fire, fire, burn. Fire, fire.
Intel Extreme Masters New York Online is brought to you in part by Intel, Acer Predator, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, DHL, AT&T, U.S. Air Force, and GG Bet.
So yeah, there's lots of different types of clouds. I don't know which one in particular.
Cumulus.
Cumulus?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's what I was
The
thinking
ones where
about.
it's like little ones, but loads of the little ones. I don't know what they're called.
Multicumulus.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, man.
I learned about clouds at school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Anything more to add?
Not really.
Okay.
School was a long
Dad?
time ago. We
Yeah.
also did.
No, I appreciate your input,
we
man.
did bottle rockets in science.
Did you ever do the vinegar?
Vinegar.
Wait.
Did enjoy vinegar on my fish and chips.
Powder volcano.
Volcano.
I think
I never did that. It was like an American thing. We just
It was my favorite. So much so that when I went home to my grandma's house after school,
you made it your own volcano.
Well, I used
paper mache
do you know the little lens caps?
I do know exactly what you're talking about.
You'd put cotton wool.
Make them up.
You'd put baking powder at the bottom, then a cotton wool ball, then you'd pour vinegar on, pop the lid on of the where your film would go.
And you'd run.
Photos. Then you'd pop in the garden and then they'd make a really colossal, and then they'd launch into the...
That's cool.
That was fun. Anyway, that's the end of my TED Talk. Thanks for coming.
You think they did that in Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan?
Yeah.
Yes, that's where I'm from.
No, that's where we're going next.
No?
Well, Hobbits...
That's where I'm from.
I don't know how he's trying to make this relevant.
Well, because Hobbit's from Kazakhstan.
That's right. Hobbit is from Kazakhstan.
And
Hobbit's,
here.
oh, thank God.
That was a good segue.
Yeah. God, Hobbit. Hobbit, thankfully someone here will be able to make sense of us because we aren't making any sense today. You obviously will know more about this one than we do. Can you hear us?
Yes, of course. Hello,
Thank
guys.
goodness I see that lovely smile on your face. So this is a big one for you guys. Obviously, picking up this win is an expectation. Does that put any more pressure on the boys? Are you familiar with being considered a favorite, or is that new for some of the players on your roster?
To be honest, in total, of course, we have some nervous, but it's okay. We're gonna play our game. That's it. So if we're gonna talk about our players, of course, they don't have so much experience and they have some stress right now. But we need to play our game.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what's gonna happen. Yeah.
And just to kind of ask, a follow-up on that is you obviously have much more experience in playing your game and the high-pressure scenarios. What advice do you give them when, saying just play your game often isn't enough for some people? How do you keep your boys calm in what's a very important match for you?
Yeah, I understand on the one thing from my career that nervous always will be with you. And the stress game, it doesn't matter how much experience you have. Nervous, stress, you're gonna have it every time, but you need to play with it. Doesn't matter. You have stress, but you need to play your game, which you practice it and which you did on training. So yeah, that's
you can't let the stress control you or influence you.
Yeah, exactly. You need to control it, yeah.
Yes, Chad.
Okay, so Hobbit, we're just taking a look here at the head-to-head with you guys and HellRaisers, and you've actually played an awful lot in recent history. 5 matches on record. You guys are undefeated, but there's a couple of close games. You've got Inferno 16-12, 16-13, and a Vertigo game 16-12. Do you think today will be close? And if so, what are the troubles? Who are the players from HellRaisers who give you guys problems?
I don't know what's gonna happen today because on big tournaments like this, it's a very important tournament for us, and it's always stress. And the enemy is always changing their game. They're adapting and they're preparing a lot of stuff between. For example, if I'm underdog, I'm gonna do 110% my game versus, for example, the team who is better than us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you very much, Hobbit. Appreciate your time, and we're going to go focus on the vetoes now.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Cheers,
Bye.
dude. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was just checking the stats. It does seem definitely like close but no cigar would be a way to summarize HellRaisers. Inferno Dust, are they just going to crop up in the same maps they've always been?
It's likely. I think if you're getting so close as HellRaisers, and this is why I was asking if he was worried about like Lime, because we've seen some good things from Lime, or if it was JR on the AWP. But he's right in the sense that these teams give it 110%, right? That it's their focus. But I think the same for Gambit at this stage. This is a tournament that means a lot to both teams. So Mirage and Train, we haven't actually seen those two play this map. So that's actually interesting. We're going to get a new little look in here. Vertigo was their most recent map, and that was went down 16-12 in favor of Gambit. So this is a new look. I would say that HellRaisers are trying something new. The other day when we saw them playing on Train, we liked what we had from Kalinka. He did a good job within the early stages of them on Train. Problem on the T side for HellRaisers was a bit of a drama as well over towards that inner side, and the T side he was taking a lot of space, making a lot of room. So let's keep our eyes on that one here today. And all in all, we know JR is the primary AWPer. So for HellRaisers, those are the 3 that I'm looking for on Train.
And just to back up this idea of Gambit being kind of third in command in this pursuit of that #1 spot that Na'Vi currently reside in of the region, Force and Spirit, both best of 3s that Gambit pushed to 3 but couldn't convert. They had 2 3-game series versus Force and Spirit respectively and fell in both. So Gambit definitely third in command at the moment, but Gambit no longer Gambit youngsters. That's already a step in the right direction. And I don't really deny that they have the firepower necessary.
That's the thing. It's just what Hobbit was saying, and I like the way that he was framing the whole, nerves. They're always going to be with you, right? So you may as well harness that. And I think it's one of those things. If you stop getting nervous, or if you stop, having that feeling of when you're going into a match, then you might be a bit dulled to it, right? So for these kids, as long as they don't let situations get the better of them, and we're talking post plants, we're talking retake situations when the clock, the 40-second bomb timer is ticking, and things can be a little bit more panicked. And when we're getting to games where it's 14-14 and it's a pivot round, those are the ones where they really need to be able to hold on, because HellRaisers really have nothing to lose, if I'm going to be honest with everybody. The likelihood of them qualifying, they're probably going to come in the third spot, right? Third with you got Winstrike in the mix there. I don't think Ethereal from this group are worth much conversation. HellRaisers, Winstrike, Nemiga, those three right there, definitely worth the conversation. And that spot is still wide open at the moment. So I'm not quite sure where we're going to see this one land, where we're going to see it end up. But I do think that Gambit should be winning this. I have a feeling it's probably not going to be the 2-0.
Yeah.
There's something funky in the water today. Something a bit funky.
No, but in the essence of nerves, though, I think I from my experience, obviously not as a professional player, but I've definitely found that the idea of accepting that the nerves are coming and will be with you. Whenever you've got a big event, there's a lot riding on it, a lot of expectations on you. I've found that, when you feel like you need to poop and like your stomach's all in knots and everyone reacts to nerves differently. That's me, particularly. I just immediately
found out now.
Okay, right, guess I need to go to the bathroom. I usually don't, but I have that, your whole body reacts to stress in a particular way, and being able to accept that, acknowledge that, and still deliver, I think is something that comes with time and repetition. I think the amount of being able to identify, I'm nervous now, as you sit down at the mouse and keyboard is step one.
Yeah, and probably for 19-year-olds, it's not going to be the easiest thing whatsoever. So I would say if Hobbit comes out and has some big rounds early, just to show them, because it is just another game for them. They've played HellRaisers 5 times in the last couple of months.
You just have to do it. Just one more, but it is actually one more full Gambit, and then they are locked in. So that's a big win.
I'm going to say, honestly, if map 1 goes well, I'd say we see Gambit full strength.
70, 90, 60, 70, 50, 70, 60. Lots of love. Ooh, lots of love for Gambit.
Yeah,
I am closing that gap, Chad. I just want to say that your boy Machine is hanging out with Chaddy B.
Oh my gosh!
Just want to make that clear. I thought I was kind of done with this whole thing. I thought I'd kind of made myself irrelevant.
What have you gotten right in recent history?
Oh well, I mean all of them.
All of them.
That means I must have got a couple wrong yesterday.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying.
I don't know how I could have predicted wrong yesterday.
I don't know how Rush is tied with me either, Chad. But here we are. Things change, and it's funny that you take notice of it when you receive the punishment.
Can we get an audit done here or something?
Yeah, we'll send it off to the IPS. That's the whatever
International
IRS
Police
is,
System.
Yes.
Yeah, with prediction.
Call 'em up.
Pretty good.
Rush, have you been fudging the numbers again, mate?
I don't even think we haven't even done 48 predictions yet.
Yeah, we have.
No, Rush has added extra numbers.
Yeah.
That was the joke, Chad. It was a joke. It's a joke. All right, well, if Chad's ruining jokes, Chad can direct the segment. Go on, man. Got 2 minutes. What do you want to talk about?
Haven't we done 48 games?
Dad, that was the joke. I just called him Dad, seriously. Do you hear that? That was actually like
so when you call a teacher mum.
Yeah, I've done that before. Miss Griffiths. Oh.
Miss Griffiths?
Yeah.
What was her problem?
She had a giant forehead, but she hated me, and that made me love her.
Okay. Yeah, I can see you not being the easiest student.
So many after-school detentions just from Miss Griffiths. Alex, whatever you do, don't turn that light out.
Were you that kid?
Yeah.
Robbins.
I was a goody two-shoes.
When I could see that they didn't have the capacity to control a class properly with the necessary respect.
Sure.
I was just like...
You were horrible.
I was a dick.
Okay, well...
Not so much a dick. Like, I wasn't mean to them. I would just make it apparent to everyone in the class how incapable they were.
Sure. So you were the one... So I had a teacher. Do you guys remember Matilda?
Yeah.
TV
Miss
show?
Honey.
So the opposite, not Miss Honey.
Miss Honey was great,
Mrs. Trunchbull. Do you guys remember Mrs. Trunchbull?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so Mrs. Trunchbull, I had my year 1 teacher looked an awful lot like Miss Trunchbull. And there was 2 students, Adam Young and Tyrone Clements.
Tyrone Clements.
They were the little shits of the class. They were probably the you. And she used to carry them around like this, right? Under each arm, like this, around the classroom because they were bad kids, right? And she once threw a chair, the teacher once threw a chair, you know those little plastic chairs, across the room. And it almost hit Jamie. What's her last name? Come on, Chad. Go back all the way back to year 1. I forget her last name. Almost hit Jamie in the head. And I vividly remember that because I was sitting behind her.
I vividly remember my friend Joshua getting into a lot of trouble when we had a substitute, Mr. Dearden, came in.
Oh.
And he was throwing a sharp metal pen lid at me from the back of the class.
Of course he was.
And I, being the smart and agile young boy I was, I
Dodged it.
Dodged it, which then meant it bounced perfectly off my textbook and onto her knuckles at quite the speed. And so we had a teacher immediately kind of break character and go, ooh, ooh, and then like kind of suck on her finger.
Yep.
And immediately Josh was sent out of the room for assault, obviously, because he just threw a
Bloody
pen
Josh.
at her. And he got in a load of shit, and I dodged it because I'm obviously like Neo from The Matrix and really talented.
Well, at least you didn't get it in the back of the head. That could have been some problems.
That's true.
Lauren, were you a good kid?
Lauren was the worst of them.
I got kicked out of one school.
Yep.
Went to the other, had the worst attendance of that school. I just didn't bother to go. I was very bored. I was very mean.
She was,
you were like one of the mean girls.
No, she was one of the girls you didn't see in school, but you knew she was in class, and you were like, "What is that Lauren girl doing?" And she
Did
was
you
by
get
the
it
bike
so
sheds
other people would
with
call
Jimmy
roll for
from
her?
chemistry.
Did you go, hey, look, when they go calls for Lauren Scott, can you just say here?
Oh,
Look,
she did.
at this
do that.
point,
I
it
remember
was-
those people. Those
Oh,
kids.
you were one of those people.
Yeah, you know the ones that would get in the car at lunchtime and come back for fourth.
All my cool mates would come and pick me up from the higher years, and I'd go down to the cafe and skip like 3 lessons. 'cause
Oh,
they
what
were
you
lame.
skipping? Oh, it's English. I don't care.
I actually really liked English, Mrs. Jones. She was this wonderful Welsh woman.
Welsh, of course.
Beautiful, lovely lady who took her time. I started to enjoy reading because of her, and I actually enjoyed that class. I think that's why I had the affinity of
a passionate teacher.
Yeah, it really helped out. She had seasonal depression. It really opened my eyes to it. She had this discussion with me. Very nice teacher. Really open to me.
Okay.
It made me enjoy language.
People with respect leads to learning. Who knew? Who knew? Patronizing is not the way forward. Expect and accept. The fact of the matter is that everyone is as complex as you are. Don't patronize. We've got Counter-Strike. Let's get into it. It's time for Train. And I like that. That's a map, one of the 7, in fact, that is played competitively, and it's fun for sound effects. We can say choo-choo.
Chugga chugga.
Hey, chugga chugga. We can say...
Almost the tank end. Have you got your tickets, please?
Tickets, please. I used to dodge ticket fares, many of them. And that's my admittance of guilt.
Wow.
I think the, what's it called? The
Catch 'em if
statute
you
of
can.
limitations is
gone.
clear
You're
now.
good.
Catch him if you can.
So if the British Rail Service are recording and listening,
See you soon.
screw you.
Hey, Rush.
Yo, what up?
We want to do some patronizing casting. Can you kick us off?
Well, they should win this round. If they don't, then I don't know.
Do you know what patronizing means?
He was-
I
he
don't
was
think
on-
I've ever
he
been
was onto
patronizing.
He did start with it well.
on-
Do you like how I was being patronizing?
Hey, Rush.
I see. Yeah.
What's the problems going on? Because as you could tell, we were having a fill by talking about what happened to us at school, and from all of us here, that was 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Christ.
Don't even think about it, Lauren. Then now we're sitting here looking at match pause, and the viewers at home, you know what they're saying, Rush.
They want to know.
You know what they've been saying.
I got some info here.
Okay.
Kalinka said he needed a few minutes. Someone's spamming doorbell.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Spamming doorbell.
We
Yeah.
don't need that. You definitely don't need that.
but it looks like
Very
we're good
off-putting.
now.
Rush, when was the last time? Oh, never mind. We're back in.
Yeah, next tech.
Yeah, we'll talk when we have another drama. So good to catch up with Rush.
Yeah, it's always good to hear his voice.
I bet Rush was a goody two-shoes in school. I bet he
Oh, he was part of the
absolutely
cadets,
loved
Lauren. Of
it.
course he
Of course he was.
He was homeschooled by Tom Cruise.
With Tom Cruise.
You'd call him Goose. Oh, dear. I'm on the head.
Ding, CZ, Hobbit walking. And it's actually very proactive towards me. I like this. The push-up play being baited in by Shiro. Now Hobbit dies.
A lot of money on the floor. Full Kevlar and CZ squandered, and Axile's making just the USP and Vest look pretty threatening. Intes is going to have a lot to do, and I don't necessarily favor the USP in this fight. If he misses his first shot, the Glock should have an advantage. Get my mini-map all loaded up. What am I doing?
Oh, yeah, I need that.
Yeah, hang on a second. That's much easier now.
Well, they have the CZ75 now, and that's in the hands of Limey Boy.
So much util and a recovered CZ, as you've outlined.
If Problem hangs around above Pop, he could be Molotoving towards the back of the 6 lane from here, or towards the bomb train.
He's going to fake inner with his molly smoke, maybe.
That's also a possibility. Okay, this one here towards the back of 6, this Smock.
Back 6, combined
Nectar.
on. And then they swing out Pop and Main. Don't hate it.
He has to get down Pop, though, and that's his biggest drama. Oh, he's at the molly for this, so knows Inters is probably close. Going to lock him in here. Oh, he's going to keep burning. Inters has to be very careful now. Barrel might be spotted. It has been. Flash is coming on in and takes him down.
That's what, he gets one. Inter's actually got JR just as he fell. Keeps it level. Nafany in a powerful position to deny this plant. Shiro, if he could just tap away at one kill would be perfect here. Oh dear, lying with a frag if he can deny the plant now. Nafany has to.
Oh.
Does find the head eventually, but reveals his location, trying to fake the stairs, and actually descends Lime into the Z. Exile yet to really find any impact into this pistol. Nafny knows there's one Z and does tap a Lime.
Shot.
Good shooting. Now all onto Problem. Exile spotted on the bomb train as well. No kit. Closing the gap and pushing him with enough to pepper him down and plenty of time for a 10-second defuse. So a bit of a weird one, but quite the pistol.
Stalled out there towards the front of bomb train, didn't it? You saw HellRaisers posturing with 3 of them. They actually took a lot of territory. Facing there before, the bomb had been touched from connector as well. Probably a bit of an oversight for HellRaisers playing that post-plant scenario. But all in all, that's the first round of play. Relatively spread out. The Jules kicking things off aggressively towards the box halls. And then, well, the execute came on through. And Gambit get the round. They're upgrading right now. We're seeing Shiro straight onto a scout. UMP for Inters, lots of utility behind that. Axial with the M4A4.
Why is substantially better for the T side?
Isn't it though? It's absolutely wild. So you have Flarich on an AK-47. He has Kevlar, no head armor, and JR with a scout and no armor. And then they have 2 Galils and another AK with head armor.
Yeah,
so
I don't know. I don't love the AK no head armor. Just depends on Flarich's approach to this round. Admittedly, he is with the pack at the moment, so as long as he's not the first in, it's not going to really be too much of a threat. But though I see UMPs, I see FAMAS, I see MP9, all, even the Scout, capable of exploiting that and double tag. He even gets away. Go on, nice dunk, forces him back even further. And now heading back on to spawn as the smoke locks him down. Another 15 seconds shaved off the clock, but they have been deterred. Nafany was flirting with a ladder push, hasn't gone for it just yet, looking to maintain pop control, but it's Exile and on the other side of things, JR that are looking to have a little look into main.
Exile should have the advantage here because there's no flashes. Oh, there is one flash, sorry, in the hands of Lime to push him off the line.
I mean, that's a kill, right? Unless he...
Oh, the timing on this.
I don't like this.
Could be in trouble now.
Okay, gets tagged though. Good smoke. And at the same moment, Nafany drops his, so they want to maintain this advantage. And all of that damage done by the Scout, Shiro getting credit for it. Look at their health bars, Lauren. They're cream crackered here.
Yeah, but it's fragile weirdly on both sides. You think the rifle in Axial's hands is so valuable, considering the others have UMPs,
Back to Ivy with
MP9s.
30? Ugh.
Oh, I don't like this. It feels like they're trying to make something count, but Hobbit's been turning. And now noted that. So Kalinka already gone. Now noting the one towards the entrance. The door's closing. Yeah, there's nothing else to be done. None of the...
Oh, this is a weird start.
Oh, I don't like this.
Oh, me either.
I mean, I understand. Look at what they've got left here. It makes sense to save, but it was like, well, it didn't work over by Ivy, so I guess...
Go back to a main.
Here's the bigger issue, though, because they don't get any loss bonus, right? So, sure, they have the AK-47s right now, but if they were to take these guns into this round, next round they only get 2,900 to whatever they have. So Problem, Flarich, and Lime are all working with $100 or less. So at most, and that's at the high end, Flarich will have 3K going into next round, whereas Kalinka's partially invested, so is JR. They should full invest. JR and Kalinka should full invest right now with Tech 9s and utility, and then try and make these rifles work.
Even, right? And to supplement the round slightly, otherwise...
Those two combine next round and everybody else can't, and now they're just giving away an AK straight away. So this is horrible stuff.
He's going to do so much damage.
Boys.
Where's the intention? Where's the intent behind it? What is the overall goal? It felt very one-dimensional and weak at this point. Don't love that. Really do not. JR does get himself a Galil, but he wasn't one of the armored players. He wasn't one of the players who had much to bring in, so... Don't love this round from HellRaisers.
I can't justify that in a million years.
No.
So JR and Kalinka are going to get the 2,900 that we were just talking about, and they will be able to purchase, right? But Problem, Flarich, and Lime can go for Galils or Techers. Like
they get such
SMGs,
nice upgrades.
Maybe they do a B rush.
AK's now across.
Ah, yikes. Okay. Well, if JR can plant, that's good. If he can get towards the inner bomb site, he currently has an avenue. We can see Shiro playing retake. So JR planting towards B, that's going to be huge. But Nafany now on this flank, it's only a matter of time. He's not slowing down. He's just continuing forward. He's heard that, and JR is going to drop. That's going to be another Galil picked on up. So the FAMAS getting upgraded. And we're going to go into the 4th round of play with 2 Galils and 2 AK-47s for the CT side. So things are looking pretty good for Gambit.
So sketchy. And I'll tell you what, this is actually going to compound into a even more painful problem. Should these rifles be kept, the CT bank, often the main reason why T-sides are having more and more reason to find rounds. If they can find this one cleanly against the half by D-Eagle armor, or even not even that, I think I'm exaggerating, it's P2 Fiddies and CZ.
at least it's a B set piece.
The bomb plant, yeah.
Yeah, so let's look at the positive of this. Even though it is just pistols, they're heading straight over for a B set piece. There's a little bit of utility that was lobbed over towards main, but nothing to write home about. We already have 2 towards the inner bomb site. You can see close in towards the site will be Inters, and now Shiro's rotated over. We have a bunch of smokes. They're going to go deep. Molotovs as well. And with that, you want to be pushing on up with these pistols. Take away as much space as you can. Force awkward duels for the CT rifles rotating in. And give yourself the best avenue to win this round. Smokes go out. The flashes and mollies will follow. How much can they get done? Oh, molly's missed.
Okay, they're on the site now. Kalinka's dead. Lime, that's good. We got to see if any more comes of this. Now, Shiro's a little low, but he's done well to find 2. Ooh, stopping the plant. And now that's been removed as a possibility. Problem did get 1, but again, this should be comfortable. I want to see if Nafany can get anything better. No, okay, so yeah, the AKs.
And they have 8K.
Gosh, the money's very strong.
8K are going to be remaining on the 3 players that survived, whereas the other 2 will have to purchase on in. And having Shiro, here just stopping all of this is one big step in the right direction. He would probably even upgrade into the AWP right now. Hobbit's actually got out the AWP, and so has Shiro. So we've gone for the double AWP setup. Okay, things are looking great for Gambit going into the first gun round. Have spent a lot of cash here. Full buyout finally for HellRaisers after that jankier start. JR onto his big green. Immediately taking a chunk of damage from that Molotov. We'll have to expand his smoke. More utility damage coming in towards main. Harassed is Lime, down to 7. JR now, 60, and they haven't even seen anybody yet.
Oh!
Catch that one, mate.
Can't avoid it.
Catch that. Okay, so they've used the molly down pop as well. Utility already starting to get spread a little bit thin here on HellRaisers. Into pop, we've heard the totem drop. Smoke will hold them back. Now they're just working a default spread without anybody box hole. So 1 towards Ivy, 2 towards main, 2 towards pop. Looks like an out crunch could be on the table. And another nade. Look at this. More unconfirmed damage. They've done over 100 damage here at 150. And they have no idea they've done it. So things are looking great for Gambit.
Oh, Hobbit's timing couldn't have been worse there. JR going to exploit that very well. That's going to be at least one of the AWPs removed from the matter. And Hobbit's been pretty well-rounded at controlling towards A2, but...
Just caught with a pin in his hand.
It's how it goes sometimes. And Nafany well and truly alerted to Ivy because of the molly and the flash that Kalinka put down. But Chiro's got himself well situated to deal with this. But this does obviously turn eyes and give a little bit of room for the T's to maybe start their walk because they're down to 25 seconds. If they don't stick the landing on this cross towards B, they're done, but problems behind enemy lines. Another AWP caught out, and now you're going to see the problems start to begin. Inter's in all kinds of trouble. I don't know if Problems spotted him or is seemingly very aware of this, and Problems done incredibly well. That's the B site open. That's a plant. And these 2, well, I don't know what you really want to do. You've got an AWP maintained here.
Looks like they'll be saving, but Axial's going to let Lime slip past, and by doing that, Nafany's going to get shot potentially in the back here. He's going to be scoped on up. His full attention over towards main, over towards the box holes. The barrel's been spotted, the gun's been dropped, and Axial, he's going to go, I did say it was open. As he'll just have to hold on to this AK-47. So all that extra invested cash right there, that was 2 AWPs, has whittled down the bank balance of Gambit quite quickly.
Yeah, that's exactly what HellRaisers needed. Like, not only the round win, but taking all those weapons away on the investment, on the double AWP pay.
Yeah.
That was 9 grand just squandered.
Lime's actually picked up the AWP here. I'm not sure if he was carrying it through, but he had it in his hands. So if they want to rock double AWP on the T side, Train would be one of the better maps to do it, especially if you want to go aggressive with picks. Dust 2 is another one, but if you get stalled out by good CT utility usage, then you're going to find yourself in a world of hurt. Kalinka's actually been dropped across that, so rocking double AWPs on the T side, it's off meta. It's not something you're going to see every day of the week, and Shiro's reinvested into his. So we got 3 out in the round. Current scoreline 4-1. Wallbang is looking good. Nafany's going to get tagged there.
Yeah, you can see it just kind of placing into the shoulder. It's certainly not a critical wound, but definitely not going to be feeling so great after that. Axial's having a brilliant performance so far. 7-0, 126 ADR. Very comfortable for him.
Look at JR already towards B.
He's posturing up, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on his own.
Does he get given it, though? Inters has got to be aware that there's a time limit when you can go up towards that area, and it looks like that time limit in his head has has kicked. So these late rounds, they were hitting on like 20 seconds left, 25 seconds. So patience is going to be tested.
This is very passive. This looks like a retake set up towards the B bomb site right here. Problem going to smoke down towards low ramp. He has Flarich in tow. Bomb now coming over on the back of Lime, who is the walking wounded right now, 34 points of health. Light utility going out. One smoke towards high ramp. It's going to move around the site defense. Inters pushes forward, flashes in, and away we go.
All towards that ramp. There's that smoke on the cross. Inters is still very much present in this. One spray could have done a lot of work there. Problem does receive a lot of damage, but the bomb goes down regardless.
Big kill.
And he gets away with it. Smoke and Kit present for this retake. Hobbit closing in. They are elevated. Flarich motivated. Only gets the one. Kalinka 1v4 with the AWP. Double AWP's not going to work out too nicely here. And Axon's already on the flank as they hold it. Successful round. Kalinka could die here. Just in the second. Ouch. No fun for Kalinka.
Yeah, loses the AWP there as well. So, well, I said that was a big kill from Inters, and the reason I say that is because you can see the HellRaisers were not able to get any control of the bomb site. And when Inters gets a kill like that so up close and personal and then gets away, they can't flood in and take any extra space. That means they're too scared to overpeak because more players could have rotated in, locking them to the bomb train and the low ramp train. You can see what happened there. They're all clustered up and they just get taken down with a lot of ease on the Gambit side of things. So scoreline now 5-1. Timeout being taken from HellRaisers. This is the first one of map number 1.
When I used to play, I loved knowing that I've made another team call a timeout this early on.
It's pretty nice, right?
It's just that feeling of like, well, we're in their heads. They're pretty pissed about it.
We did,
nice.
because for us, back when I was still playing, obviously this is years ago now, and timeouts were still relatively new, but I started to bring in like some little blanket rules. Like if we had lost 5 or 6 rounds consecutively, the idea there was, let's take a timeout, right? Let's just take a timeout because we've lost 5 or 6 straight. Let's just take a breather because you think about it, you've got 15 rounds of play in each half, and if you have 4 timeouts,
5 is
taking,
a nice number.
Taking them it's not going to be the end of the world.
Yeah, it was a concept that kind of got brought in by, I think it was the Nexus for Call of Duty especially. They had this classic thing, you'd get to the very end of the game, you'd be leading against them. They'd call a bloody magical timeout, and they'd work out the perfect anti-strat to you within, I don't know, 60 seconds. It was notorious for tilting teams. So I hope for HellRaisers' sake they can come up with something, because it feels a little flat so far, at least on the T side. I was hoping for a little bit more. See Kalinka finding room, because he was very, very integral.
Yeah, it's just the weird buys that we had in the first 3 rounds and then the double AWPs being carried into their second gun round. So some curious decision-making here, but back and forth we go, and Axial tucked on in. He's going to be heard from that Molotov, so he has problems, big problems. Kalinka's going to finish him off. Not too many bullets left, and Flarich finds Hobbit, so they need some trades, and they need them now, Gambit. Losing all over the map here. That's just 3 separate duels all across the map that have been taken down. 2 towards main, 1 towards Ivy, and now it's just Shiro and Inters. They're both stacked towards Yard. The rotation with the bomb looks like it's going towards Inner. So as soon as Lime sees that there's 2 players out here, he'll call this. There's 1. They know Inters is the B player, and they've already taken control. Bomb's going to go down. It's an open plant. Problem's taken spawn control, and this should just be another save from Gambit. Their money is good. They should be able to buy going into round number 8. But that there was just losing that main duel. Axial picking that dry. We don't see that very often. It's a left eye peek coming in there, so normally they'll be dropping a smoke before taking a fight like that, or more late round. So good stuff from HellRaisers to be able to control under pressure there. And look at this. Look at Flarich. He's looking the wrong way, but he's probably not going to be, I was going to say not going to be cleared. Well, he was exactly that. Inters takes him down. Doesn't need to upgrade. Already had an AK-47. Bomb's going to go off, and everyone remaining in the server, JR, Problem, Kalinka on one side, Inters and Shiro on the other, will be holding on to what they have. I believe Inters will drop a gun for Hobbit here. Nafany and Axial can buy themselves. Oh, looks like Shiro dropped a gun as well. So wanting to make sure that everybody can get all the utility they require. Shiro will just be a little bit light, but everyone else able to buy on in. Molotov smokes, flashes, HEs.
Shiro's got his AWP. He'll survive.
Yeah, hopefully we can see him come alive here. 4 kills so far, 3 assists. And the GG.bet odds at the top of your screen there, Gambit, the clear favourites in this one. But I think it's going to be a closer affair than what a lot of people may imagine.
Yeah, I think my Gambit lean, at least with prediction, is it's pretty tentative, honestly. I'm not as certain as maybe the percentage I've attached to it denotes. But for now, that aggression didn't work out particularly well previous round. Now you've got Anthony coming over, a little bit of support here for Axial, so he's not going to be alone in doing this. Last time lost his life due to those big mollies that came in, giving away the positioning. And now again, posted up pretty proactively.
Very quick to get main control, and the problem with this is, and the problem I've noted in a couple of their gun rounds, is check out all that utility I said they started with. Look at where Gambit are at now. The first 45 seconds of the round have passed, and they already are down to 1 smoke, 1 molly, 2 flashes, and a HE. They have run through this like nobody's business. Whereas HellRaisers have enough utility to work out and execute towards this inner bomb site. If they would like to, they can still go back to yards, smoke off the front of the train. If you're going to play this forward, and you're going to try and try and take this much control, you need to hope for some kills, and there's one. So through the smoke, through the wall, Lime goes down, and now we have a 4-on-5 advantage in favor of Gambit. Already being able to set into that 2-3 lean, but over towards Ivy, there is a problem. Even Pop, there is issues. Flourish takes down Nafany. Now Ivy's open. Kalinka can lurk out here. He can grab a kill. This all comes down to timing for Hobbit, and he's looking the wrong way.
And Hobbit hasn't been having the best of times yet, but Axial is keeping everything together. Really, really well done, leaving it in the hands of just JR. He has the bomb. He has 20 seconds. His options are very limited here, but he's going to try and make something out of it towards B. Inter's still present. Playing quite passive, not going to take the proactive fight. Ensure positioning, smoke down, cross being made, JR planting in the smoke.
Oh, that tag wasn't heard. Inters has looked away. JR, never mind. He goes down. Shiro finishes him off, and that was all Axial. Definitely Axial there in that pop dog control. He got that opening frag over towards main. The multi-kill towards Pomp gave Hobbit the room he needed. Bomb will go down. It will facilitate a buy for HellRaisers. And this is the multi-kill here. Fantastic work from Axial. You can see the plan from HellRaisers, how they're trying to exploit some of this room in the rotation to lean 2 over towards that B site from Gambit. Feels like they go for that most rounds.
Yeah.
Let's see if Gambit can hold on to a little bit more of their utility. So far, HellRaisers haven't been pumping anything out that's too fast. Notice how HellRaisers are another one, Gambit are another one of these teams doing the 5 same models. Seems like a bit of a CIS feature. Axial, you were asking about Mir before being in Gambit, Alex. Axial actually played a tournament in Malta for Gambit back in the end of 2018, I believe. So he's been in the main team before.
Subtle as a herd of elephants so far. T-side not particularly keeping much up the sleeve. There's JR. Looking for something, but again, I quite like the tone change here, almost that aggressive play that we saw Axial working with. Nafany was backing up. They've kind of sit somewhere in the middle. I'm not sure if Nafany got spotted there over by E-Box. Doesn't seem the case. Smoke goes up again, and the time will continue to dwindle for the T's.
Hoping someone walks in for some info, but you haven't put pressure anywhere else on the map. There's nothing ground holes, there's nothing Ivy. Why would I peek you? Why would I give you a fight? It's you that has to come to us, and there it is, crossing through the smoke and spotted. Exile sends another to the Shadow Realm. Triple kill. One more remaining. Its only problem. Hobbit onto Flourish on the lurk as well. This one's just petered out to a Whisper. And maybe Inters gets caught here. Problem on the lurk. He's been doing this time and time again and does execute one. A 1 versus 5 handed his way. He'd have to finish this round with 9 frags.
He'd have to move like the Flash right now to be winning out this round.
I hadn't even looked at the bomb's location. I was just so invested in the problem lurk and looking at his Titan stickers.
I really liked his knife.
2015, the Titan organization. No funding back in the day. And Org's reputation tarnished by a cheater that Lauren shouted.
Hey, look, Top Gun was there too. It's not just
he
me.
was there.
Top Gun, telecast extraordinaire.
I mean, the mad thing is that what that player did in those days is completely normal now.
Yeah, the jump shot.
No one's fussed.
No, you see it every day of the week.
Yep.
And the question is,
roll
with
that dice.
We also don't know exactly when it happened.
Yep.
So we're kind of operating off of some weird details. It's kind of the strange thing. It'd be nice to know, but also at the same time, he's banned. It doesn't matter.
Daddy Valve.
Of course we do. Why would they ever do anything to mislead us? All right, well, this is a pace change. And Hobbit, how many can you get?
Uno. Dos.
Tres. Tres.
Nice work.
The ace, Hobdog.
Hobdogger.
Oh, no.
Hobdog.
Like a hobnob.
Yeah, with you. Dunk me! Lime with JR. Giving it a go. Playing on the ladder. Did your parents not teach you not to play with your food, Nathany? Make as much loud and relocations as possible. He's trying his best to bait a fight that favors his Tech 9. Lime gonna join him. Bomb, however, is on backtrack, so maybe we get the round the world. Maybe they go top through B, find Shiro, come behind.
Did you guys ever have those plates as a little kid where all your food was separate?
No.
No.
I was very particular. My food couldn't touch.
You really were a sheltered little baby, weren't you?
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to...
It's on your parents that have created that. You know what I mean? Like, don't just go, nah.
I wouldn't eat anything other than like sausage rolls and like hot dogs and stuff.
I used to have
Nuggies.
a childhood friend like you. It was called George, and my parents would say, just so you know, George's parents don't have any rules for him because they've got too many children. And so George isn't going to have a very good example growing up. So we're going to have lots of healthy snacks when he's around.
Oh.
I had rules.
Because he would literally just spend the whole day eating gummy sweets and
I wasn't
McDonald's
allowed
chicken
to do
nuggets.
that.
McDonald's chicken nuggets.
I wasn't allowed to do that. I just went for dinner time.
Kind of...
He did have GTA 5, but obviously not 5. GTA, the Vice City.
Like Vice City one, yeah, San Andreas.
I wasn't
Vice
allowed
City.
that, so I went over and had nuggets in Vice City.
Mate, that was bang.
So George's house was lit, but obviously he got fat, as you would expect.
Yeah. And
he's recovered now.
He's recovered now.
I think once he left the house.
I always felt bad because like my sisters literally like would refuse to even try sushi or like try new things because they were so like, I have to have ketchup smeared on all my nuggies and chips. It's like,
if when you are a naive child and when you
That's
say
all you
that,
know.
someone says, yeah, sure, and yeah, that's the first problem.
Yeah. It happens.
You need a parent to laugh at you when you ask for nuggies and ketchup every day.
I just have tantrums and go tell my grandma because I was the first boy and the favorite. I got away with whatever I wanted.
I'm going to strive not to have a favorite child, believe it or not.
There's one way to do that.
Child, but...
Or just have one child.
That's the worst idea.
Well, this is another pistol round, ladies and gentlemen, so unless this gets exciting, we probably
For
won't.
any of our audio-only listeners, we have a default spread. They are going for individual fights and losing them.
With Deagles.
With Desert Eagles.
Rush, close it out.
Close it out strong.
2 Deagles coming out, Flarich.
Rampart.
Latvian player. He's got the Deagle in hand. His teammates lost. That leaves it all on him.
Oh, that's good.
He can definitely do this if he hits all the shots. I believe he can still do it despite being dead.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Nice.
Yeah, Casper the Friendly Ghost takes over the clutch.
I was just looking back to make sure I was right about that Axial comment. He played in Gambit with, right? This was 2 years ago. With Dozier, Dimasic, Mo, and Mia. That was a roster once upon a time.
That was a roster.
And the team that they last played was Pro 100, which was Yakinda's team, with Flarich in the mix. And Yakinda dropped 30 in their final map to win the series. So there you go. Just a bit of history for everybody.
But like, from what era was that?
2018.
Okay. I wasn't here for that, so it's kind of nice to catch up.
It was 2017 when Gambit won the major, and then they dipped off as soon as Zeus left, went back to Na'Vi. So there's an opening pick from JR. Flarich has found one as well, and Lime's found another. So this round is looking fantastic for HellRaisers as they storm onto the yard.
Like
but
that.
the Hobnob.
No.
Not doing that. Inters, however, might still be able to give them the Hobnob. Coming down Pop as the smoke will fade. Kalinka on EE box, but he's going for the long route through the showers. Freshening up for his 1-on-3. It's usually advisable. JR's got the bomb, so there is a timer on him holding this push. Enters. How restrained will you be? Looks like as he backs up towards despawn. Very is the answer.
Is he gonna, surely, is he thinking of saving?
I really hope not. They've all got 5k.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I'm pretty sure he's
admittedly-
saving.
Yeah, so he's going to drop his rifle for Exile, who can't afford one.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the end of the round. So thank you for tuning in.
The entry kills happened and then the round finished. So Hobnobs is the brand name of a commercial biscuit. They're made from rolled oats and jumbo oats, similar to a flapjack digestive biscuit hybrid.
Yes.
And are among the most popular British biscuits.
Yes. Would it be the rich tea or the I think the digestive is the most popular, probably then rich tea and then hobnobs.
Well, it was launched back in 1985 and a milk chocolate variant in 1987. Do you want to know about the rich tea?
Can I just hear about the digestive, potentially?
Okay, sure. We can find that. The digestive.
I loved a rich tea, but the digestive was quite a mythical beast, you know?
A digestive
too much of a stink, it falls apart.
Sometimes described as a sweet meal biscuit, is a semi-sweet biscuit that originated in Scotland. The digestive was first developed in 1839 by two Scottish doctors to aid digestion.
Makes sense.
Does digestive. Make sense as per the name. Anything else you'd like to know?
No, that's wonderful. Thank you. I love a little tidbit. I'd love to do just like some random, fact of the day. We all come in with one weird fact.
Okay. About anything?
Yeah, you can do whatever. Or we do like, here's your topic. And it could be, I'm basically just doing no such thing as a fish podcast right now. But, we pick a very broad subject and we find one fact that has to somewhat be related.
All right, well.
Bomb. No. No, Hobbit. I really didn't.
He's on here, though. He's on for a little bit of a re-peek. I've seen it before. I've closed my eyes. I've visualized. And he runs away. So the re-peek, it's going to be coming in about 30 seconds. Axial close towards main again. Up towards Pop Dog is Nafany. Looks like they're trying to do a bit of a pincer maneuver here on the HellRaisers side of things. Pop Dog control will be required to make this happen. And Nafany spots one jumping over his gaze. Over towards Ivy. Hobbit has relocated. And will be re-picking. Molotov smoke to deal with. It's going to be tickled by the flames, so now down to 57 points of health. Flashes on through, and the rotation's coming on over. He's got backup.
Here we go. There's the flash in. Axial on the swing. Lovely flash.
Oh, double dink.
He did so much damage, but they still live. Flourish going to lean forward, barely alive, barely breathing, and now dead.
Yeah, if he finds another here, Hobbit's got a lot of power. They're closing in on that bomb train, and he won't be able to deny it. Problem.
He's been spotted, I think.
No, JR will peek it. And that's a miss from Shiro. He can't afford to make. He goes down in the 1v3. Can't control the spray. 9-4. As you can see him taking a bit of a timeout in the naughty corner.
Oh, Gambit might have to take a bit of a timeout here. Their money, not great next round.
It's not, no. But, I mean, there is a huge difference here between a 9-6 and an 11-4. Both admittedly deceptive scorelines for malleable players such as these, but I'll forget the value and impact of these remaining 2 rounds.
Yeah, no, is this HellRaisers map choice, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if they close out the half, it's not too bad,
It's not bad at all.
Yeah,
no. And they've got a good shot for it here because it's only P250s. They just have to do what that? Do what that?
Yeah, do what that.
Do what that.
Do what that a few more times.
Yeah, exactly. Do what that has happened. English. Yes. A slow and steady round. For all audio-only listeners, apparently there's lots of you. This is a eco where there is less commentary to be done. They are on the CT side, so I can't give you much information other than they are the CTs, and they are in CT positions with pistols. Hope that's satisfactory. The rest should just be an open and shut case, despite Axel finding problem on the lurk. Inner, they start their flank fast, and oh no, another one. Go on, Hobbit, dinks into another. Lime's low, and good flashes, more damage. Flourish down as well. This could get awkward. Shiro's taken down another. Lime falls. JR trying to dig themselves out of a hole. Shiro on the Z. Flourish so low. Inters even has Kevlar. He's working on the flank. This could be the end of JR. Oh no, HellRaisers, you cannot afford to let an eco go by the wayside. 9-4 down, and Inters could find him.
Shadow's been seen.
Claridge, the last man, the last to avoid an eco loss, and he fires off a warning shot, confirms as to his location. 20 seconds. Inters is playing this one safe as houses. Flourish is just letting this clock kill him. He will check his corners. He could find Shiro and plant, but Shiro's not having any of it. Holds the line, double for Shiro. AK scavenged and 10 for Gambit. That is a big loss. Oh, that's unforgivable. They're going to hate that.
Yeah, that was where we were getting on course for the 9-6 half. Now, at best, they can get the 10-5, or Gambit are going to be sealing this one up 11-4. So the guns will come out, and the buy will be better than what Gambit were banking on going into the final round of play. They'll have all the goodies they require, and then some. Diffuse kits, head armor, AKs, AWP, everything they want, even upgrading pistols on the likes of Inters, Axial, and Shiro into the Deagles. So let's see if Gambit can close this one down. They have been put under pressure a couple of times here. Bombs down towards main and nade. Oh my god, Lime, catch that one. Huge damage done there, down to 42 points of health. JR already positioned up towards high ramp, dealing with the rotations. He might be able to catch Shiro here. Oh, he spotted him. Shiro with the jump peek. Did he see the barrel?
I'm not so sure.
Oh,
I think
he's definitely seen it.
has.
He's definitely seen it.
Flash peek. That's so spicy. Go on.
That was so thorough there from Shiro.
He's making so many sound cues. He knows oh, wow. Get wrecked. That is huge. The molly comes down. He bangs him through the floorboards. 2 to the dome. Good night. 10th death hurts. Last one for Problem.
Spotted.
Exile, this is a ballsy play. Trying to jiggle away, and Kalinka gets overwhelmed by the Mag 10, but burnt and slowed and fragged and looking brutal as Flarich does try and have the element of surprise into Pop. And Hobbit's responsible for a lot here on the outer yard position, but it has been HellRaisers' execution that's cost them. Not so much their intention. Passive lines adopted when you know the clock is low. Here they come.
Steps galore, isolated fights. It's a dream for Gambit. It's a dream ending 11-4. Bloody hell, I don't love to see that. For any of the HellRaisers fans, this was meant to be their map. We saw the window. There was a chance to have a nice, strong half, but it wasn't to be. 11-4. Let's find out after the break if Gambit can close it.
Shadows, I've come to make a name. Ready for battle, cause I got a thing to claim. Think that I'll crumble, I'll show you in style. Where you see me coming, better run for cover, cause I'm not slowing down, I'm never going under. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger. So meet the monster. Smoke clears, I'll still be on my feet. Forget all of my fears, cause I know my destiny. I feel a champion waking inside of me. It's emotion, the legend's spoken. This is my moment. Can't break my focus, know where I'm going. This is my moment.
11-4. Gambit with a must-win round. We spoke to Hobbit ahead of it. Undoubtedly the most experienced of the roster, of course, recently losing that youngster's suffix. They are Gambit now, and see that so far they are living up to the name. Certainly in the domestic region, looking to battle for the #1 spot in their boot camp. Well and truly spaced out and ready to frag out. HellRaisers 4 rounds on the T side, and Problem, he's so relentlessly obsessed with these dualies. I haven't seen enough to justify it yet, even armored at times, but he's holding the nade for the inner push at the start, and it is going to be an Ivy advance. Shiro's spotted, and Kalinka immediately contests, or rather decides he'd rather not. Lime, JR, all on this yard position.
Oh dear. They've gotten to the back lines already.
Yeah,
look at the
rapping.
pressure. Look at the CTs have left B. Well, the Julies are great for this, though. Oh, dear. Maybe not so great. Flarich is dead. Everyone's dead. It's just JR. What are they going to do?
Go on, Nafany.
He's boosted.
Go on, Nafany. Give us a Julie frag.
I love the little tap-tap, though.
Yeah, at the end there.
I love it.
Mashing butts.
Animation.
So Asilian's returning to Copenhagen Flames, guys.
Asilian?
Yep.
Back to CPH Flame.
Which means he's no longer with Mad Lions. The Mad Lions' current roster is Roy, Acor, and Shush.
I would love to see those boys back on the horse.
There's 2 players who have recently left rosters who are destined to be going there. Peacemaker made a tweet saying they've been practicing for a couple of weeks now, I believe. So come that Flashpoint event, I think we'll see that Mad Lions roster get announced. But regardless, let's focus here on today's event, as it is the force buy from HellRaisers. They lose this one, well, it's basically the game, but JR, he opens things up. Nafany immediately trades.
Trudging his way through.
Well, Lime's going to go for a little bit of a sneaky beaky play through this smock, but it's too little too late. Nafany's got another. Lime now, he's pushing it too little too late. And he'll go down to Inter. So this one's falling apart very quickly unless Kalinka and Problem can do something sensational. Which is unlikely.
It is. The days of such
commentary?
Not even, like, I just feel like Counter-Strike right now, you do not get chances to do half of what you got up to before. But looking at this 2v4 is now a 2v2. Problem Kalinka finding frags on both fronts. Little parting gift on the way through from the MAC-10 of Nafany's got there. Obviously no kit on the CTs, but they are armored and they're making a go of this one. Nafany has to clutch this out. That's one.
Nafany, he's got it.
Oh, there's no time. But yeah, I say it as that almost happened. I mean, no kit
too
though.
Close. Far too close.
But I feel we don't get to see so many, not easy, but the opportunities to do crazy plays these days, because people play such well-rounded Counter-Strike. There are no easy openings. There's no quick, dirty mistakes. It's all round up now.
We've always said, you know, the best plays in Counter-Strike only happen when people make mistakes.
Sure.
Right? We've always acknowledged that it's an exploitation of those mistakes and punishing of them. I mean, one of the videos that stands out to me was a great breakdown from Simple Electronics 2v5 on Train, and you just hear that they were looking and checking all of the possible mistakes. And speaking of the mistakes, Nafany's just laid in the floor with Flame, cost him his life as Kalinka arrives in the kill feed. Sick frag found in another Lime, beheading Shiro. Looking good for HellRaisers at this one. Yes, Flarich, perfect. A double with a P250. This one's wrapped up. Get it, call it done. Maybe Kalinka, but yeah, he checks it as well. So flawless round, nothing really to write home about. Matching models, albeit with a purple chest. Who's got that? Who's the cool boy? Okay, I see it, Axile. He styled it out with a patch, I believe they're called. Rush, you're the expert in the patch department.
Yes, they are indeed patches.
Do you have a patch?
I do have a couple of patches, yeah.
What's your preference in the patch world?
I think I have the Wildfire Phoenix pin or whatever it's called. It's pretty nice.
It's not very cool.
Well, you haven't seen it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know what the Wildfire patch is. You consider me unexperienced in the patch department? You've not seen my easy beezy banana squeezy, whatever it is?
It's true. You got some style in game, I'll give you that.
The thing is that Alex hasn't even noticed you had that, so clearly it's not.
I noticed, Rush.
Rush doesn't have any gloves. That's what I noticed.
I do have gloves. What are you talking about?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have some superconductors.
Oh, sorry, man.
They're beautiful. I love them.
Lime's going to frag out here. Kalinka's been a perfect bait. And douche. Lime dunks him. One. Not going to see a second. Nice one, Deeg, but This is Gambit falling in the 19th here. Confirmed by Problem, despite the P250 bringing him all the way down to 99. They got double dunked by the nade on the IV position. We're back into the fray, and this will just be a full eco, I imagine.
Just a quick question for our skin aficionado. Rushley 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yo, what up?
Are the only gloves available the ones from the glove case?
No, you can also get them from the clutch case, I believe.
Okay, so all the gloves available, why are they all so ugly?
What are you talking about? Mine
Some of them are
really
pretty.
Yeah.
What ones? What? Okay, so the best looking
ones
pairs
that
are the ones
cost,
with
like,
the skulls on them.
No,
Yeah,
I like
the skull ones.
these
They're not
ones are
too
nice.
bad.
I think they're cool.
What does talked mean on those gloves?
It means he's ready to fight like he is now, and he takes down one. Oh, they can get a plan.
What?
They can get a plan.
How has Shiro just got 2 kills on a Glock?
Well, let's see if he can get
This
3
is
kills on a
Nico.
Glock.
This is Nico.
There is a...
No.
No
Surely,
way.
surely not.
No way. I mean, Axile having an AK is the only hope. If Shiro was to land a dink, something... They will check it. Axile catching Lime, not another one. No, no.
Surely not.
This is throwy. This is throwy.
Oh, no. Flarage gets caught.
Saving.
Eco.
A Glico.
It's a Glico.
And I'm not talking about... it does sound like an insurance firm.
Sounds like glaucoma.
Yeah. Here at Glico, we care about our customers.
Oh my god.
10% cashback on all Glico approved purchases.
Was there any investment? I don't think there was a flash. I don't know if there was a P250. I don't think there was anything. That was an eco.
They got gleeked.
Isn't that the thing where like the saliva under your tongue?
Yeah.
It's called gleek.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know why that's something
I've heard that before too.
Gleeked on, losers.
Definitely heard that before.
Yeah.
I might buy some gloves.
Which ones are you thinking about?
I don't know. They all look terrible to me. There's going to be a new update coming soon, Lawrence. I'm just going to wait for that.
You think there's new gloves in that?
There'll probably be new gloves.
You
I got a
reckon?
feeling. Yeah.
I guess they did a new knife recently.
Yeah. So the most export. Wait.
They're the nice ones.
These ones here.
Yeah, I like them. The bubble gum.
Sport gloves, Vice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of cool.
Well, I'll have a look at that when we get home. But let's take a look at this while we're here. So 14-6 is the score line. Gambit just won a miracle round, and they've given up the opening in the following. So JR, AWP in team main. We don't see that every day of the week. And Problem through the smoke. So things are looking good for Gambit on a round like this, but Hobbert's gotten past. He might actually see Problem. He's definitely seen that jiggle. So this is an entry frag right here for Hobbert. Does convert, but takes a lot of damage. Down to 44 points of health. We'll drop the smoke.
Where did a molly kill just come from?
I have no idea.
Ivy.
Oh, Hobbit's twice caught with pins pulled. He's tried to make it look good. Flarage on the flank confirms the round is theirs. HellRaisers not going to be too thrown off by that eco loss. And AWP lying still. That's the molly kill. Flarage. Just not quite going to get spotted yet. Chance for Exile. Closing the gap and finds Flarage without the cost of too much health. This is a good start here.
Can win this. He gets another 1v1 duel right now, and if he wins this one, he's on. He's definitely on.
30 seconds. The bomb's not even that far.
Well, if Lime makes any extra footsteps, Axial's going to hear this. So this comes down to timing and sound cues. I'm sure Lime's heard that footstep, so he can go up the ladder quietly here. 20 seconds remaining. Axial has a smoke.
Oh, did he step? Or was that the T? I think that was the T there.
Must have been Axial making sound.
Yeah, that should have been.
And he's faked the plant. This is trouble for Axial. Running out of time now. We'll be planning bum open. Lime's going to get him here.
Should get gun out just...
Oh, no! Oh, no. That was a Glock eco into a flub spray in a 1-on-3. Oh, they had 2 free openings.
I don't love it. That was very painful.
Free openings.
I'm not even mad at Flarage for dying here. That's fine.
No.
This is a great fight from Axel, but that... Amore.
That's amore.
Oh, yikes, when the moon hits your eyes.
Oh, gosh, that is rough.
Get him out of here. Let's go to map number 2. 15-6 now. Money broken. Spirits broken.
I just hear someone just, you know, that like someone just gives you the NT in chat.
Unlucky, man.
Yeah,
unlucky, man. There's no way.
Bro, like, no one feels good. Like, you're not helping anyone at that point. It's not like...
The thing is, do you say
like
nothing?
4 people muting their mics like this. You ready?
He's trying to redeem himself. All right, Lime.
Come on, Lime.
Come on, Lime.
Let's have a go. Because Lime has been great. We've seen the greatness of Lime. That was not it. Inters still being a nuisance here. Do have JR on the other side, out of utility now. The CT side has nothing but a smoke and a flash, but they do have the frag towards Affinity. Now, 3 remain for the Ts.
Yeah, this could
fall apart again, boys. You had another opening.
Fall apart. Exile found a great deagle. Inters, however, keeps Kalinka honest, and the trades go forth. Shiro, missed shot towards the green train. Both Ts, or rather CTs, are out here. Everyone spoiling for a brawl. Ouch! Flarage, good deagle work and good trade from Shiro. He opts for the AK-47 for the 1v1. He wants to finish this here and now, and what an adjustment. 16 to 6, slap him around the face. It's a brutal one on HellRaisers map pick. And Gambit, 1 away from playoffs.
I've been working part-time jobs, chasing all my dreams out lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side, I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different.
It is everybody's favorite segment. It's the Danger Zone segment, and we know you've all been waiting to sink your teeth back into this one. I have none other than the co-pilot, Rushley12345 joining me here today. Rush, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, and I'm ready to get some Danger Zone underway, Chad. Looks like we're on black side.
Oh, no.
It's a rough one, I don't remember.
I can just see already there are two guys around you, and I'm trying to snipe from far with a P90. So that's never a great start.
Don't like it. We get a
look
lot
at
of
me.
thirsters. Ooh, you're ready for some
I'm
action.
in a biff right here.
It's a fresh spawn dead.
Oh, that's a gun he was getting right there, so I've secured you a weapon.
Look at me, I have nothing. I always have nothing.
I'm a shifty boy.
Oh.
That's 2 kills. Where's the squad wipe? Where's the squad wipe?
Nope, no squad wipes, no bumps. I don't like, well, it is early on. We're trying to gather some cash right now. We're trying to get $1,000.
Where's the respawn? Oh, am I on another fight already? Look at Birchall go.
Yeah, this is very typical. Chad likes to run off and kill everybody while I'm still looting up. It's very common. Oh, you're bumping now.
What's this?
Oh, you've seen someone.
What's this?
He's off.
Hello, hello.
Who you see?
I don't know. It's a blind bump. It's a Birchall's blind bump special.
It is a special of the Birchall. He loves bumping without knowing.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Rush, help me.
This doesn't look good.
Uh-oh.
At this point, he's probably calling Rush. I need help right
Oh, no.
Oh,
I've been hit.
You got the health.
Oh, I missed the tree.
Oh, you tried to get on top of the tree. You can get on top of the trees. It is a kind of a tricky spot to clear. We do like going up there. You're in a bit of trouble here.
Oh, no, I'm dead.
No, that's fine. That's a good one. Here I come, though. Saving the day. Looking for the knife. Oh, and you steal it. Of course
I don't know if I
steal it.
stole
And that was a
it.
clean knife coming in, but I'm rage bumping now. Oh, fresh
bumping?
What can I do with this guy?
Sniping.
Yeah, I wanted to maybe, what do you call it, firework him, but I didn't have any breach
Here's another
charges.
one.
I'll let you have this one. Nice.
Well, we need the squad. We need the squad wipe, right?
Yeah,
so
we do.
We've taken 2 squads out already.
You know me, Chad. I don't care about winning, or I care about bumping.
I care about winning.
Oh, I pick up a nice stiletto knife.
Stat track as well. Here we go. Look, another blind bump from me.
Yep, you have no
So
idea
ridiculous.
where they are. Oh.
Hello.
Oh, the damage on the fall off. At this point, you're saying, yeah, trade him, trade him, trade him,
Well, you
trade
did.
him,
You
trade
did.
him. Yeah, but I remember your comms here. You were very annoying about it. I'd like to wait a little bit so Chad can respawn. The amount of times Chad's like, push him, bro, push him. And then I die, and then we're out of the game, and then we have to wait again.
Well, we're still going right now. You just died to I don't look. I've done
Other
even.
dude. Oh, this is looking good.
That was a squad wipe. Wait, is that it?
I think that's us dead.
Is that it?
I think that's our journey done here today.
I don't even believe it. Well, that wasn't one of our best games. We'll see if we can get a couple more out for you guys during IEM New York for the CIS division. HellRaisers versus Gambit. We've got that live and direct. It was 16-6 on the first map of Train. Coming up next is going to be Mirage. That's Gambit's pick. Can they get it done in 2? I'll find out after the break. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Let's get it.
On Intel Extreme Master Certified PCs, you'll find a gold badge. It means you'll find brilliance inside, that you'll get high-grade components like Intel Core i7 and i9 processors that'll deliver the uncompromised performance you need to game like a pro. Not to mention, every purchase supports the prize pool of Intel Extreme Masters. Intel, unleash your brilliance.
If you want to know what you're good at and, well, also what you suck at, check out csgohub.com. Coming!
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
I don't wanna fight it. It's time to let it go. It's time to lose your inhibition. Developing a blind ambition. If you got a match, just go ahead and light it. I wanna see where this is going. We're done with playing games now, knowing, yeah. We've nothing to lose. We're lost at the night. We're feeling alright. There's no need to choose. Don't make up your mind. We're feeling alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna do it like this. Gonna do it like that. Everybody's on that. Gonna do it like this. Yeah, we never look back. Oh, got the parties on tap. Getting rowdy on it. Getting cloudy on it. Got me on the right track. Yeah, you got me on it. Gonna do it like this, cause that's the way we want it. Gonna do it like this. Gonna do it like that. Gonna do it like this. Yeah, we never look back. The shots on my tap. Everybody's on that. Getting cloudy on it. Yeah, we do it like this, cause I like it like that. Yeah. We're going through the motions, in super slow motion. It's time to lose your inhibition, developing a blind ambition. Fire it up, ignite it. I don't wanna fight it no more. I wanna see where this can go. I'm done with playing around, not knowing. Yeah, we've nothing to lose. We're lost at the night. We're feeling alright. My eyes are on you, and yours are on mine. We're feeling just fine. Just let it go. Gonna do it like this, gonna do it like that. Everybody's on that, gonna do it like this. Yeah, we never look back. Got the bodies on tap, getting rowdy on it, getting cloudy on it. Got me on the right track, yeah, you got me on it. Gonna do it like this, cause that's the way we want it. Gonna do it like this, gonna do it like that. Gonna do it like this, yeah, we never look back. The shots on my tap, everybody's on that, getting cloudy on it. Yeah, we do it like this, cause I like it like that, with the blind ambition.
Intel Extreme Masters New York Online is brought to you in part by Intel, Acer Predator, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, DHL, AT&T, U.S. Air Force, and GG Bet.
Hello there. Welcome back. IEM New York 2020, and I'm joined by some of other human beings who have focused most of their primary energy and free time into video games that has then converted primarily into a source of income. It's their profession now. Lauren Pansy Scott, you've been talking about video games for a long time, and a video game ahead of us, best of 3, second map, and the pick of the team that picked up the first. Are we not? Are we talking about, and dare I say it, potential 2-0 here?
I think what you're leaning towards is a very valid point, and I tend to see it that way. However, I'd like to throw in the caveat that this is Mirage, and everyone seemingly can play Mirage.
Certainly, and whilst we do continue to maintain that dialogue forthwith, Chadney, I was wondering if you'd like to get involved into the conversation by which we are currently shared.
I would love to. And we'll do less talking in circles and more talking in straight lines, because...
What does that mean?
What's he saying?
Nothing.
What I'm saying is, the last 7 times that HellRaisers have played Mirage, they've lost it.
The last 7 times?
Last 7 times.
6?
7.
7.
A punish pick, if you will.
However, Mirage, Lauren's bang on. Everyone can play it. I think this might be a little bit of a mistake here from Gambit youngsters. Wait, oldsters.
You're as
Gambit.
As bad as the graphics.
Let's go, Gambit.
Let's go, Gambit. It is just Gambit up against HellRaisers, and they're 1 away from the playoffs. Against them is HellRaisers, whom, yes, anyone can play Mirage. See how they fare.
Round underway here. Utility looking pretty decent for the T side of things. Gambit have a smoke and a flash. P250 out in play. And Shiro, well, he's already dropped that one to the dirt. Lime had a bit of woes towards the tail end of Train, but he's quickly turned that one around. GG.bet odds at the top of your screen think this one might be a fast affair. Odds clearly favoring Gambit as they trickle onto the B site.
Yeah, and good shots already. Problem. Oh, could get overwhelmed. Lime gets 2 with that position. Leaves only 2, but it's Inters and it's Axile. A 2 versus 4 handed their way. Bomb will be planted. Inters can contest. He's gone for a bit of a Hail Mary here. Holding the door, vulnerable to the window. Jump out, and Kalinka spotted. Flarich looking to jump out. He has the kit and the smoke, though. Valuable assets. Kalinka will hit it. And Axile thrust into a difficult 1 versus 2. He'd need a clean shot. Flarich not going down early. Smoke not dropped either. He's dancing around the site looking for these independent jewels. He finally finds one. Axile can clutch this now. Flarich has the kit. Time not on the side of Axile, and that's a knife kill. Flarich actually does it with the blade. A medieval jewel on the B site to start off our second map.
Oh, that's a lot of cash coming through for Flarich right there. He's got 5.4 going into the second round of play. It all comes through, obviously, the knife round and the defuse for a little bit of extra cash money right there. But Axile did his very best. And here's the knife. Easy as you like. Flarich pulling that one out of his ass. First round on the board for HellRaisers here. Will be Hobbit into a Tech 9, Shiro into a Deagle, but they're not going for a full investment whatsoever. Axile has 4K. Surprisingly, they didn't go for something a little bit more adventurous. You know, no AK drop, nothing like that. They're staying very conservative. So next round, we will see those AKs come out. Just to paint a couple of more details regarding Mirage, for this Gambit roster, the last game they played was against Ethereal on it, where they won 16-4. We remember watching them lock it down. But before that, they've had 2 losses. 1-4s, 1 to Spirit, both 16-8. They had a 16-10 win against Havu, a 16-14 loss against K23. And the results are mixed, very, very mixed. You've got a 16-8 win against Sprout, a 16-8 win against MIBR before they kind of disintegrated. So it's a mixed bag. Gambit should be the favorites in this one, but there's always wobbles. If you lose 1 or 2 swing rounds on a map like Mirage, it can fall away from you.
I know, I agree, and I'm ready to see how the T-side first gun round will convince me of otherwise. Otherwise, it could very well be a long, drawn-out affair.
Could well be. We do have old Shiro on the AWP. That's going to be fun for me to watch. And JR, mirroring as such, going to get himself one too. And let's have a little look, see what we have. Hobbit, Nafany, straight out towards middle. Fast smoke there, so should be able to get up nice and close.
Failed the window smoke, I think.
Ooh, did they?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't look good, does it?
There's problems already here for Gambit. Counterman.
That's Shiro's failed smoke.
Well, Inters has called their close ramp, but they're not accelerating on the palace position. That's just been smoked on off from Kalinka towards Connector. Now he's rotating back as well. So they've lost territory here, Gambit. Nobody in middle. Looks like they're just setting up for an A piece. Rotation coming back around from Axial as well. Here there's a flash to work with. You just have to win the duels. That's the only way Gambit win this round. Utility is not a factor.
It will have to be the fights. And Flarich seems postured and ready for Hobbit. And look at that. Perfect execution. And does get traded. Lime, will they expect 2 in Dark? I doubt it. Certainly not his priority, and there's the shot. Does find Inters. Axile also very low. Great damage. Shiro smoked off. Axile will get caught by Kalinka here. Perfectly fighting with the flashbang. And Shiro, 1 versus 3. Knows Kalinka's jiggling for the info and does catch him eventually.
JR's pretty far from this. I don't know if Prom's going to give him a quick fight. I doubt it.
If he's ready for the flank, I'll be very impressed. There's no way Shiro's ready for this. JR flanking with the AWP is wild. See, he'll try and plant open, and that's going to... Oh, no, he's going safe side.
Good timing from Problem. Very nice.
Do they get the second AWP? Not going to grab it. Okay, so it'll just be the single AWP setup continuing forward for HellRaisers here, now sitting at 3-0. We'll have to rebuy, but Lime has enough, so does Flarich. Gun can be dropped for JR. We do have a technical issue coming on through. Rush!
Yo, what up? Let me open my deck here and see. I believe there are problems in one of the team's gaming houses, and I think we might see all of them drop any second. So
That's not a
quick.
good sign.
Just a quick restart. The router.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. We need that for both. Really do appreciate that. So that's good. We've got our man on the floor.
Let's look at those explosives closely here. I see HF. Any other details? It's the 2CB2CDL. I was looking towards the other corner.
More behind you, MC. Yep.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's the details I'm looking for. So it is the 2CB250 IMMK4356426A HF variant.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Well, no, because if you had the 2CB1, that's where you have some real issues. They're a bit unstable.
Very, very much so. And I don't think, gunfire near them would be advisable. But these ones, fortunately, are the 2CB250 versions, therefore safe for gunplay nearby.
I do miss the little canopy that used to be above.
Yes. Yeah, when there was CPL Strike, that was back in the day. We also had electric boxes instead of stairs.
Talking of electric boxes, I was seeing some similarities between, and I don't know what you call that big door, Gatsby, that's right.
That's what I call it. Yeah, it makes no sense.
So I see similarities between the Gatsby hold and the E-box hold. You know when you kind of use that cover, but at range?
Yeah.
It's like the cover of default box from range. I consider it an off angle in the same sense. And it's also, those kind of angles are ones that I have yet to implement well into my CT side because it's not so... it's not so apparent, the cover. You know, you're not sitting there with a box in front of your face. It's a long-range obstacle obscuring a long-range fight.
The thing with those kind of duels is you're catching them off guard in transition as they're clearing the regular angles. So you need to be able to deliver a couple of frags if you're going to play those, or at least one. It's a one and done or a multi-kill kind of spray-down position. We're going to get back on.
I've seen them win rounds like this on train.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. This could be scary. I'm not overly scared because it's Mirage. A bit...
what was that?
That was Connector. That was JR losing the AWP in Connector.
To a diva.
Okay.
Hobbit. Looking for Lime.
Oh, no.
Gets him.
No.
Oh, there's mistakes being made here. It's getting a little bit spooky. We don't love to see that. Kalinka does keep it somewhat safe.
Yeah. They pivot back to middle. Kalinka loud. He's going to be heard by Inters underneath him. Shiro spotted. Axel could try and find the 1D, but they're actually going to just opt to group up, and it enables Axel to do some good damage here. Inter's distracted though, and finds another. Surely not like this. Flarich left all alone. He tagged him up as well.
Spot.
Timing's everything. Flarich may not be ready for this. One bullet will do. 39 HP. Bomb loose. Anthony recovering an M4 as well. And he finishes it off. Gambit with only Deagles. Another heartbreaker for HellRaisers. That is a shambles. They've lost Glico before. A Glock Eco falling on train. Now it's just a Deco.
Yikes.
Is there still the car by T side of Mirage that has the America? Or like American number plate?
Where are we talking? Near T-spawn?
I think so. It was somewhere around
probably
there.
be through that fence.
Yeah.
Axial's happy with himself.
It's outside of the playable area. I can't remember.
That one there?
Maybe. Can you see the license plate on it?
I don't know. Let's
Not now. If you actually, well, it's a weird buy.
Just looks.
I can't remember if it is the same one. There's one that was just reused from Left 4 Dead.
Okay, well, this is a force buy right here from HellRaisers. See what they've done. They've actually brought an M4 of Famas with the scout in, but the pressure's on. Nafny straight on out. Will be smoked to denied territory. Flarich is going to play in this, try and go for a bit of a nutmeg, see if he's able to lurk through when the reload comes on. Nafny takes his head off. The rotation's looking good right now for HellRaisers. They're here. They have all of their forces ready and raring to go, but that's going to hurt. Ouch.
Yeah, nice frag from Problem. He's flashing for the CT player. Try and get some space, and he confirms that there's nothing. Hey, this will be a double pump, though, and you can see, look, Problem's pushing for info, and Lime's uncertain.
Lime would have been hurt at top mid there from T-spawn.
They're rotating B, a gamble stack. Ay, no fun for anyone. And here they come back onto the A site. It will just be a save, I imagine. He's calling it a bit early here. I don't know what I've become. I used to be so tentative, and maybe not, because you can see Kalinka's head over towards CT. And the bomb not being planted yet does mean that Shiro could get denied here.
Hate this.
Yeah, me too. Spotted.
There was a chance he dropped that bomb.
Two on the flank, Hobbit's responsibility. He has a shadow advantage, but the chances are they use Lame to draw the crosshair, and Problem just needs to be very precise on the trade.
Great stuff.
Great shooting from Hobbit, gets both of them on the flank. Kalinka losing the duel, and well, it's all on to Mr. JR. He's the last on the list, but he's on it all the same. Gambit, take it. 6-9 HC 2C 7C7.
Oh, yeah, it says America on it. Yeah, it's the one that's imported from Left 4 Dead.
Ah, an American automobile.
In, I believe, a Moroccan themed? Yeah. Lazy devs, Valve. Come on.
Well, I think it adds a bit of flavor. The cars, if you want to get into
Have you ever said anything bad about Valve?
Yeah, I used to all the time.
Yeah. And then they just tweet things about you and you didn't like it.
They don't tweet anything about me anymore. That wood doesn't work there. He quit. Anyway, it's a mid push. They're playing in the smokes. And Hobbit's about to go overrun here. Oh, he's looking the wrong way. So it's a Mac 10, but he's going to call out some info. So at least 2 to 3 players heard and spotted. Now they just need to plug the gaps. Nafany, he's going to deal with Cat. You're going to have Axial deal with Kitchen. On the flank right now is Shiro with the AWP, and the bomb's getting planted. So they've locked everything down. They just need to win the duels, and they should.
Like a preemptive molly. Buys enough time for Axial to feel comfortable. And clean up on aisle 5 here.
Trying to cash out. You see, trying to get to the register. Hey.
I was watching his, I could see his utility had nade, smoke. Axel was just so comfortable with those. He knew he had unarmored USBs running at him. He wanted as many as he could get before his teammates arrived on the scene. And, well, he does well. He gets 4. Can't complain. Recovered an AK just to make sure that he doesn't fall into enemy hands after that bomb explosion, which Flarich is hanging around for. And they actually exit in pursuit of Flarich.
3-3. Cash register is not plugged in, so I'm not curious. Well, I'm not curious. I'm curious as to how it would work.
Oh, it's actually battery operated.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's a bit of a nightmare to keep changing the batteries. They're stored in that lockbox.
Very small little
giant car batteries. You just have to
lob them out. It's just like a back of an old PC, doesn't it?
It does. It's even got the little
VGA?
VGA.
Is it VGA?
Oh, God, I nearly forgot what VGA was. That was weird.
Is it VGA?
Yeah, VGA and then DVI. And then that was once we got to the 90 hertz region, we moved into the display port. 1 for 1. Exile continues to impress us. Gambit 3 rounds in a row here. They're starting to find footing. An early frag traded back. Kalinka taking a risk here.
Oh, the head.
Nafany punished for it. Great fragging.
That's the mirror maneuver we've just seen Kalinka pull off.
Yeah, you're right.
This is a big gap. If Inters can push on in and get 1, could even find the second here.
Good dink.
He should stay alive to use this utility. If he just puts his body on the line, he will go down only 9 health. The flashes are good. He'll get away. And Shiro even baited Lime on him.
Oh, gosh.
They're all low. Kalinka can win this. But will he go for it? That's the question on everybody's lips right now.
They're not even committing to B. They are. They're just waiting for their friends. Kalinka middle now.
Ooh,
good move.
Look at him go.
I'm actually kind of starting to cheer him on here because Axel spotted. Oh, dear. The fact he's missed his shots does mean he's vulnerable to util.
Good nade.
Advancing into Axel's position, using as much of his util as he can to...
They're going back to A.
Isolate, and yeah, oh, God, they confirmed it. Axel just trying to sell this as best he can.
Axel's booked him here. He even gets the kill. Oh, poor Kalinka, man. He beat the rotation, just getting spotted there by Axial, who had very, very wide spacing from the rest of his teammates. Could be that early warning system. Let him know there's a problem. Able to keep him there on the site. Wanted to go for that duel, gets baited on into it. And now the money situation for HellRaisers, it's well and truly in the trash. They're going to have to upgrade into some light pistols. We've got Deagles coming out, a P250 for Flarich with Kevlar, HE, and a flashbang. But they're working with very little. And we saw how these rounds went on train.
Hello? Flarich now posturing up towards mid. It's a good weapon for it here. The Mac 10 wants to try and make some money, get this kill quick so I can press number 5 as they run out. The Deagle, it's good close range. 2 shots is all it needs. But the B bomb site's lost. Just Lime over here. Not got a lot of HP to work with. And the Molly going to force him a bit more into an awkward spot. JR might find Hobbit. If they do that, that's a gun. And it looks like they probably will here. Oh, it's
How
not
is he
pretty.
winning those fights?
I don't know. Some of these rounds where it feels like they 100% should get the kill. And then it just falls away somehow. So maybe it's a bit of the nerves coming in. I'm not too sure. I'm no analyst, so...
You really Byroned out of that one, didn't you? As fast as you could. Like, I'm about to make a statement of opinion, but I'm not really. It's not really opinion. They're really good. They're really good.
Just a quick little update for everybody who has been keeping track of DreamHack Open Fall 2020. The winner of that event will be securing themselves a spot at the IEM Global Challenge at the end of the year, December 15th to 20th. Vitality versus NIP is on right now. It's in the upper bracket quarterfinal. And
how are NIP doing?
Well, they lost.
Oh.
2-0. 16-10, 16-6.
Obviously, not swimmingly.
Not living up to the expectation that we had set for them coming out of the player break. But they played HellRaisers a truckload of times, and Hobbit almost slips the net there, but it doesn't matter. The space is made, the room is taken, and so is the round. 1 on 4. Problem. There's a few. So up next, DreamHack Open Fall, if you're interested, is Sprout vs. Godsent.
Yeah.
That one's not hugely really tickling my pickle, to be honest with everybody.
No.
And then later in the evening, another game which is a little bit lackluster.
That game is
Heroic
about as
North.
interesting as Sprout's Twitter account.
Oh my
I'll let you make your own perceptions of that.
my. Did it get deleted?
I assume it was deleted. Honestly, though, there is a part of me that wants to make a Twitter account. I did a tweet about this. Like, I see so many of my daily scrolls of just like really poorly executed like corporate social media.
Oh, what was the crab that they used to just...
Yeah, and it's so funny that there's someone obviously has a list as well of like people that are doing it as well. And sometimes they just go for the straight copy paste. You know, like this is a meme, or I'm tagging this person and they'll interact with it. I don't know. It's so apparent, and when it's done well, you don't even see it, right? When it's done well, it just happens.
I loved there was a big wave of people being very tired of that thing, and they made that silence brand weird crab with laser eyes and would just spam replies to every like weird corporate tweet, like pandering.
Nice. Laser eye crab.
Yeah, I don't really know how to describe it. It's the best I can do. Hopefully someone out there understands.
I like the horny jail bonk.
Oh, bonk, go to horny jail. It's excellent.
Lime needs a frag. So does Flourish. He's found his. So Shiro's next up on the victim list. Good shots. Traded though. Needs another. Hobbit denies. Hobbit's been having a game here, and the Deagle's not quite going to hit the mark. JR still alive though. The frag doesn't quite touch him lethally. And unfortunately upon the peak, Inters does. Knocks his head clean off. Problem. Armored Deagle. Shiro holding Jiggle, and a perfect repeat pre-fire. That's hot. Any more? Maybe. Whoa, his adjustments aren't far off. You can see he's a gamer. But round 1, 7 for Gambit here, and that's 7 in a row. This was a 3-0 start for their Raisers of Hell. And now, not raising more than a whisper.
Yeah, it's looking a bit flat, isn't it now? It felt a bit argy-bargy for a little bit. A bit of back and forth. That mid-fight we had taken out Kalinka, up in mid spot, looked quite nice. But the momentum coming right back on with Gambit.
Yeah, and for those of you who are going to be tuning in tomorrow, Wednesday the 21st of October, we will have the final matches of the groups going down simultaneously. So in the 2 p.m. time slot, as this round is underway, they found some openings. 7-3 now, and 2 opening kills. Can they drop this 5-on-3 advantage? We've seen them lose a few. Is this another? There's no space this time for Gambit to work with, so they're going to have to work a little bit harder to find these picks. Smoke towards Connector is going to buy a bit more time. Lime will probably have a duel here with Hobbit as the smoke fades. Coming up Catwalk at the same time as Axial, so they might pincer on Lime's position at least for a 1-for-1 trade. It's going to leave them in a 2-on-4, but it all comes down to timing. Does Lime hang around? The AWP, it's slowly patrolling in. JR's here too. Axial loses his duel. Axial wins his duel. Hobbit loses his.
Never doubt Axial.
There's the gap. So Nafany can flank this Connector position.
Should be Lime dead.
Should definitely be Lime dead.
Bonk, go to horny jail.
Oh, he knows he's in Palace too, so they molly him out. They can plan on A if they're quick about this. 7 seconds on that molly.
Exile's taking too long.
He has a smoke for Palace though, so I guess he could throw that. Ooh, he's used it towards Connector. Difficult to plant here.
You hear the comms now. You can see Exile just quickly adjust to Palace as the comms where he could be. Watching T spawn, Flourish. It's 1 of 3 for the retake, but not another numbers disadvantage lost by HellRaisers, surely. Catching the first.
Oh my God.
Another, and that's it.
Come off it.
Get the boys out of here. HellRaisers heartbreak after heartbreak. I don't even want to try and count how many rounds that they should not have lost in this game.
2v5 then, was
That was a 3v5, I believe, but the frags came from 2 of them.
Yeah, that is absolute wild stuff there. The fact that they're able to pull that one out of their back pocket is insane. That is not a round they should be having any look in. Those 2 opening frags came in within the first 15 seconds of the round. And now they're 4 sports, so that's not a great buy. They do have rifles, FAMASs, M4s, no AWP, very light utility to stop against the rushes. Gambit are running away with this 8-3 right now. Another opening kill, this time in favor of Hobbit. So they won't be on the receiving end of it this round, Gambit. Maybe they're doing number disadvantage practice. No, that's what they've come in at, guys. All right, we're going to lose a couple of opening picks, and then we're going to see how well we can play in these mid-rounds. And so far, it's been great. Looks like they're retooling back towards T-spawn. Might be an A-set piece.
I guess Flourish's forward position could do something to dissuade this, but...
It's only Shiro.
Yeah.
So even if he stops Shiro, he'll get flooded on from Palace. The 2 players over towards Connected, JR and Kalinka, that's where they need to rotate in to help this, but they're too far away. They're flashing towards middle. This is the go. Shiro's gone down. Now the Palace players will push forward. Flourish is locked on in. Sound cue's made. Flourish is not going to get overwhelmed. He does great to grab another. Now it's a 2-on-3. Oh, 2-on-2.
Okay. Oh, I don't love that. Didn't love that at all, Chad. Didn't like that.
Yeah, that was scary for a moment. But HellRaisers, they do manage to weather the storm of that round right there. Round number 12, 8-4.
Phew.
Yeah, how many more can they get, though? Because the money situation for Gambit is decent. They'll be able to buy in the next round regardless of what happens in this one. And Flourish did good to get a multi there. He set them up for that. It felt like Inters almost stole it away. But a good adjustment there from JR, and that'll be the round. So let's see if there's a pace change, because now the buy's coming on through. HellRaisers still with no AWP. Lime operating on an MP9. Aggressive towards middle with that MP9, and he's going to think better of it. Early exchange of nades towards top mid. Do a lick of damage towards Shiro and Nafany, but nothing to really worry them. And now another nade towards the mid box. So they're harassing at least, and Kalinka playing up on the railing. Might be able to catch a head, but this is on a timer. This is down to the smokes, and there's duels going on everywhere.
Yeah, Nafany's so low. Flash behind the box with a high flash, and Shiro trying to catch the hunt. Ooh, JR spotted on the jump across, and it may have even been legged. No, it's low from the spray. Hobbit elsewhere, though, finishes him off. Quite the flank from him.
Oh,
middle, and only 1 for 1. So with 4 remaining, it's going to be problem. Flourish, equipped for the ride, and is going to be in pursuit of information. I fear for problem here, though. Okay, gets away. He'll be heard, though. Axel confirms he's 1B and probably 1A. And with that information, they probably just want to group up and find that 4v1. The bomb retrieved and 3 middle. This is the perfect insert maneuver as Flourish continues to clear ramp. They work middle, Inters and Palace, and yeah, this one's going to hurt. Shiro, enough presence on B to keep the feet planted a problem. Makes perfect sense. And so they start their advance. Flourish round. Problem Molotov out. They will plant open. And Shiro's got the responsibility of holding this. He's got eyes. Yes, Alex, correct.
2 of them, I would hope.
I would imagine, maybe even 2.
Are they good ones?
Probably.
My eyes aren't very good anymore. You know, the glasses.
Hurts my eyes.
I haven't had my eyes tested in like 10 years. But
yeah, I didn't
can
realize
still see things.
that my eyesight was bad until I got them tested, though.
Sure.
Because it's so gradual, I assume that you don't mind. They go, oh, can't see anymore.
Well, yesterday I went from being able to walk to not being able to walk.
Life really comes at you fast at this age, doesn't it?
I'm limping around. I was telling Alex, like yesterday when I walked into the lobby after I dropped everybody home, as I'm entering the lobby area to go to the lift, a woman's entered at the same time, and she's seen me limping, and we're going to the lift, so she's clearly walking slower because she knows that it's going to take me longer to get there. And I'm just like hobbling along like some absolute invalid. It was...
She's trying to be nice, Chad.
Yeah, well, I appreciated it.
We love a bit of sympathy here.
So this is almost over, guys. 9-4. If HellRaisers can't get the last 2 rounds of this half here, it's going to be so difficult for them on that T side. What you saw from them on train was working picks and then playing mid rounds, and that didn't work out for them either. So HellRaisers, Look, we know we said Mirage, anybody can play it, but they were on a 7-map losing streak on this one. There's some closer games in the mix, but they need to get a few more CT-sided rounds, and maybe this Palace push will do it. While all the nades and flashes are going on towards the A ramp, they can use that sound. They're able to push up in towards Palace, so you can see just how much room Flaric has taken. He's been able to be left by himself. Kalinka now rotating back over, and it looks like they're going for a B lean.
Okay. And that makes a whole lot of sense. Admittedly, Exile has only been the contact on B. Flaric and Inters are quite an intense duel here of minutia.
Quite the angle for Flaric there. But there's the success. Instant response from Axial towards B. There are 2 players here, but now with the success in middle, they're a mile away from each other. So isolated on both sides. Wherever the T side go, they will have the advantage. And especially if this keeps happening. Oh, JR's missed the shot. Position now noted. That scout looking a little less intimidating than before.
Yeah, a tag will do. Not enough for a round. Flaric, you know where he is.
Oh, no. What does he even do? Hobbitt's got the rotation covered. Hasn't spotted the head right now. I think he's just going to try and save. If he moves out from this box, Hobbit will kill him. Hobbit has made a sound cue. That's been heard, and oh my lordy, Flaric almost fluffed that one down to 15.
It's no fun. Flaric is just getting clowned on here. They expect ramp, so maybe he's got a chance onto Nafni, but I don't think he's holding on to this rifle, I'm afraid. He'd be better off not shooting. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. The Tech 9 appears.
The Rec 9.
Do you have the weird eye thing that I have where the
weird eye
lights go long?
Try again. The lights
weird
go long.
eye thing.
At night, if I look at a sign, there's like the...
Oh, the streaky bit of the light. Yeah. Is that weird though? I thought everybody had that.
I don't have that.
It's when your eyes are like, I think, curved slightly.
Okay.
Like,
I have curved eyes.
There's part of your like eye that's slightly more curvy.
Does that mean we're like
Concave,
mutants?
more convex.
Can we pretend we're mutants?
You can.
Yeah, this is what my glasses do good.
Jason in a little electric wheelchair saying, "You've been selected."
Here he
Who
comes.
am I Wolverine? Because he was
Harry.
Jackman an Australian?
Oh.
No, you're the hairy blue guy.
Hairy blue guy? Oh, beast.
Yeah.
All right, I can do that. That was played by Fraser. I don't know his actual name as an actor.
Inters is dead.
He got him!
Finished off by Kalinka. He's burning as well. They know where he is. Finished off Axel with another fresh molly cooked up to perfection. And a 3v3, but it feels all good for the Gambit Hood. JR's flank is the only shining light as Hobbit's found another. Flaric in the windows. Shiro surely visible. Axel exposed. God, JR's got so much to do here, but he's got a chance. Shiro misses his shot. Not going to make the same mistake. 11-4, folks. It's a Gambit paradise. They only need a couple more.
Yeah, honey with me and we for the war. My heart is formed and my vision deadly. I've been dialing in my sights, see it 2020. This is not a drill, hold nothing back. It's sure to kill in this leap of faith that you're in me too. You stand alone, but I'll watch over you. The clock is ticking, the clock is ticking. A single second could mean everything. Time is running, the time is running out. Don't give up, don't give in. Don't let me down. Be the one to wipe their grin. When they hear this sound, don't give up, don't give in. Before they catch.
Back in business, Gambit, certainly another day in the office for them, just dusting off the old Kalashnikov and getting themselves 11 rounds on Mirage. We're heading into the defense now for the favored side, already 1 up in the series and 11 up in the map. Could very well be a 2-0 to start off our day. There's a big one around the corner as well, though. Force Na'Vi, the rescheduled match that you've all been waiting for. Bit of extra drama thrown in there. Feels more like a UFC card than it does a Counter-Strike match. I'll be throwing punches a little later on in the day, but for now, I'm joined by Lauren Pansy Scott.
Hello.
Pansy as well. Let's get into it. Got
Yeah.
some util and a deagle on the pistol that you hate to see fall flat.
How many Inter's going to get here?
I need to say 1. Yeah, Flash is excellent. 3 are blind. 1's made it out. Kalinka knows his route exceedingly well, and this is awkward. Kalinka's got 1, but the rotations are on the way. 2 through kitchen. He already got Exceal on short. This is looking wrapped up. You might need to put a bow on this. No, the uncomfortable shots are not landing. Anthony making it look so clean, so simple. Flarich last time saved the day with that hero knife, but they're keeping range, they're keeping distance. Unless he's got a broadsword, I think he's going to be all but done for. He's isolated 1. Anthony's down to 2 HP, but the pistol round goes to Gambit, and this means the scoreline is looking like it'll close pretty quickly.
Rush, can we show the scores on the doors just to show everybody Axial's and Hobbit's kills at the moment and how many they're actually able
Yes,
to
we can
put
do. However,
down?
the ADR is incorrect, so just ignore that. We had some disconnects, but the kills should be
he does
fine.
have 174 ADR, everybody.
I don't think so. Let me double check that right now.
He has 174.
He has 153 according to my algorithms.
Yeah, you're right. So
His algorithms.
153 according to his algorithms is probably on the nose because 26 kills after only 16 rounds of Counter-Strike played.
Quite nice.
Axial wants to get today done and dusted with. That looks like that's the case, as it will just be the pistols coming out from HellRaisers. It's a light investment, no Kevlar, no utility. 2 Deagles, 2 Glocks, and a P250. And this most likely will be round number 13 on the board for Gambit.
See if anything threatens that. The pistols that they have are P250s, Deagles, and no armor, no utility. So HellRaisers trying to make it happen with very, very little. Rush, this is an important round.
That it is. They definitely need this round, followed by a lot more. So why not start now? Clearing... Oh, that could have been an easy shot if he cleared more... I don't know what the word is I'm trying to say while I'm pressing the buttons, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, if it could have been more.
Exactly, if he just cleared a bit
more.
But hey, double dipping, let's go again. Let's see if they can take Nafni down, but nope. Still standing strong.
Triple dip.
Not clearing that. That's a close angle to clear. Couldn't even peek out before he died. This is a nice little setup up here. It's always nice to have one fella up in this spot, especially with this gun, but an observer's nightmare, killing someone through a smoke. You definitely don't like that.
What
Flash
is this
with the
gun
knife
called?
out. This is an MP9, I believe they call it.
What would we say it is?
Oh, this sewing machine. I think a Bison's more of a sewing machine.
It's the lawnmower.
This is the lawn. Oh, that's the Bison's lawnmower. But anyway, the sewing machine sews up a brand new set of clothes into the next round. I think that works. Right.
Sewing up the round you could have gone
He's
with.
sewing up the round.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah, thanks.
Good job, Rush. He's become quite a caster, honestly.
Yeah, I like it when it's this gun. That's one of my favorites.
I like the sweeping statements.
He's got
this gun, this player,
gun.
in this area.
And that is a frag.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, this is a round.
This is a round. We are ready. They throw out some smokes.
He is dead.
Oh, damn. Shiro already with a nice little opener. Anthony going to try and get involved in middle, but it is towards Ramp and Hobbit with that gun.
Have I ever told you about the Hobbit MP9 round?
Oh, that's the gun.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So what he did was, he lurked the smokers, and as it faded, he tucked into dark.
Or did he?
He faked it, right? And then he died. So it was actually kind of a really lackluster round. I just wanted to make sure I addressed it. But a 4v4, of course, as they hit the A site, Shiro on CT needs one, and the smokes are good to dissuade it. No gaps, no problems. Mantles, problem confirms. This is the best T-side take we've seen. Bomb denied. Oh,
Who's this MP9?
This is the MP9. Oh,
That's
no. Yeah. Well, folks, I don't really want to cast this, but that was the best shot HellRaisers have had. Best shot they've had. An A take, Smoke's locking them out, but just like that, Inters just has the timing window, knows there's no attention on him and just pushing in for a double kill. That is catastrophic.
That's all, folks, is kind of where I went then when you said folks. That's a Looney Tunes reference for everybody. In case you haven't seen them, they are the Looney Tunes.
That's Looney Tunes for any non-Australian viewers.
Jones.
Jones.
We do spell tunes in Australia C-H-U-N-E-S.
Tunes.
As Problem, Galil, dead. Nafany, M4, good. Smoke, cover, Axial, AK, dead. Shooting, good. Enemy down.
I really want there to be a way where you could have Twitch chat cast around technically, you know what I mean? Like a voice to speech
yes, okay.
sort of thing.
That'd
But
be
we'd have to
terrible.
delay it. Yeah. But I still kind of want it at some point. I don't know how we'd make that happen. It's just one of my real desires out there. And 5 standing, no threats to be found. It's 15 for Gambit, and they've proven to clearly be just... I was going to say slightly ahead of HellRaisers, but substantially at this point.
Substantially, no, there's no doubt about it. I think Axile's been really having so much fun here. And, yeah, 30 frags maybe in 20 rounds of play.
What are we going to talk to Nafany about? This was too easy for him.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think the only thing we can ask him about is that next game they've got. Playoffs secured.
Guess we could ask about the Forz Na'Vi drama. See if he has anything to say about that.
Hot topics.
All right, well, Flourish has ladder room control, and that's quite quick. 1 minute 35 left on the clock. Already been able to grab deep mid control. Looks like harassing nades towards middle as there's a Molotov under window, a Molotov towards close short, and the bomb is postured over towards the B side of the map. Shiro with the AWP. He's taken some space, and he's missed a shot here. Actually going to smoke and hang around, so Shiro, he wants to fight. He's not actually dropping out. He's hanging about for this. Staying postured forward aggressively, knowing they have lost Catwalk. He has to. He doesn't really have too much of a choice. He'll now drop a molly, going to swap positions. Inters is going to now have his smokes. They've locked them out towards B apartments until roughly 50 seconds. Patience is a virtue here for HellRaisers. There's no rush. There's only 1 round left. If they lose this, we're done and dusted. They're both playing in the smoke, Kalinka and Problem.
I think Inter's got a good shot here, you know. Because he's looking for that close corner. Rat. He sees him. Oh, he's blind. Inter's looking elsewhere. Cost him his life. The legs were visible. The nutmeg advantage, though, not working out. And great spray control. Not another 3v5. Not like this. Shiro has found the first. He hears Kalinka's steps onto the site. If Axile takes contact, that's perfect, because now there should be at least a trade. Shiro does find it a 2v2. Problems now. Prime hunting. Oh! No scope. Shiro styles on him. It's over. 4 kills. Outrageous. And only 20 rounds of play, but a dirty 30 for Axile. Gambit make a statement. And the CIS playoffs continue to get extra spicy. The Scoville units off the charts. And the battle for the #1 of the CIS region has got all in attendance.
the shadows. I've come to make a name, ready for battle. Cause I got a thing to claim. Think that I'll crumble. I'll show you a mistake. Where you see me coming, better run for cover. Cause I'm not slowing down, I'm never going under. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger. So meet the monster, I came to conquer. When all the smoke clears, I'll still be on my feet. Forget all of my fears. Cause I know my destiny. I feel a champion waking inside of me. It's in motion, the legends spoken. This is my moment. Can't break my focus, know where I'm going. This is my moment. Where you see me coming, better run for cover. Cause I'm not slowing down, I'm never going under. I survived the pain alone.
Outrageous scenes. Gambit do not quit and refuse to bend the knee to none other than HellRaisers. Their angry eyebrows not getting them so far. Maybe they're letting their angers control their emotions.
They're scowling too much.
Yeah, too much of a scowl. I was told that if you frown too much, you'll get wrinkles, so don't frown.
I was told if you pull a funny face and the wind changes, it'll stay that way.
Yeah, and you'll get square eyes for watching too much TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that didn't happen.
No.
And neither did the HellRaisers comeback.
No, I don't think we ever thought it was going to.
But we did think it was be closer than this.
Yeah, well, 16-6, 16-4.
Historically, I mean, okay, Chad, do say that again.
16-6, 16-4.
And historically, 16-12, 16-13, 16-14 at times. I mean, a full regulation. And we can see where HellRaisers were going to find their rounds. In fact, we saw the first three. And then, well, Hobbit happened. Shiro happened. Axile happened.
Axile
30
definitely
bloody
happened.
frags in 21 rounds of play.
Well, this game here was a little microcosm of how not to lose 3-on-5s or how to win 3-on-5s,
I think I'd rather actually, like, this is not, you know, meaning ill will towards HellRaisers, but I would rather frame it that this was Gambit being given some ways in for these 3v5s. I think it would be disingenuous to suggest that they were overcoming 3v5s by their own merit.
Traditional standards, yeah. I don't think you normally see that happen, and you're right. There was so many issues and so many problems that fell foul to the HellRaisers during this, and honestly, they just looked flat. Where was Kalinka? Where were the players that were there? Alex, I think, you know, I'm still ringing a little in the air.
Yeah, dude, the sounds I made, my vocal cords.
I was just a little saddened we didn't see the better HellRaisers today, but I think this proves that there is the step, there is the gap now that we were waiting to see with the CIS region. Where do they sit? Where do they land? Where is that middle to upper bracket?
Yeah, I guess now that puts a bit more onto that Winstrike HellRaisers result, which we saw earlier in the tournament, because Group B is wide open, in my opinion, for that third slot. Obviously, there's still tomorrow to be played. That's when we're going to have both sets of matches played at the same time. So there'll be 3 matches at the 2 p.m. slot and then 3 matches played at the 5:30 slot. Here we're getting a look at some of the players we've been highlighting. So Lime was one of which we were very impressed in that Winstrike victory. And he can still have some impact rounds, but it's Axiel on the other side of things who just had an absolute banger. And we did mention throughout that game, I think it was the first map, that Axiel used to be in the Gambit main squad for a short period of time. He played with Dozier, Mo, there was Dimasic in there as well. So all in all, Axiel had a little bit of experience playing in the main team and then went back to the youngsters squad and have worked their way up to this point where things are going swimmingly for them at this stage. Just a quick little recap. Currently in Group B, Spirit's #1 at 4-0. Gambit are 3-1. The only one that they lost was against Spirit. You've got Nemiga currently sitting at 2-1, and Gambit actually play against Nemiga tomorrow. Yeah. So that matchup right there might determine who comes through within the first slot of the group, assuming Nemiga win their match coming up next.
That's on the B stream, but I don't know what that is. Who are they playing?
They're playing against Winstrike.
Okay, so should they win that, which they could, it will be up for Spirit's chance.
Yeah, so it'll be Gambit
Nemiga.
versus Nemiga for the second slot in the group, second or third.
I'm just going to be honest. None of that makes any sense without graphics in front of me. I can't. I literally can't process any of that wording without having a graphic that backs it up. But that's Group A. Group B will come in a second. Virtus Pro top, of course, Spirit locked into
so you
the
can
playoffs.
see
Here we go.
Nemiga will play against Winstrike. If they beat Winstrike, they will be on 3-1 with Gambit as well. And then tomorrow, the last match for both Gambit and Nemiga is against each other, meaning one of them will be 4-1 and one of them will be 3-1.
Okay, fantastic.
To make
Glad we got that all sorted.
I like pictures.
Get away from me.
Guys.
All right, my name's Lauren.
Can Lauren disappear with the blanket?
Has she ever done that before?
She's probably...
Ladies and gentlemen, roll up, roll up. The invisible girl. The invisible girl. How does she do it? How does she... Oh! How does she do it? Lauren's gone.
Bye.
Oh, that was incredibly effective. That's insane.
Oh, it's really dusty.
Yeah, but that's all right. You don't have allergies or anything.
Can you, okay.
She's got green
Lauren,
on her now.
Could you imagine like a gladiatorial blanket?
No.
You know, like in the arena. Could you throw it over me as I do my sign off?
Sure.
Okay, guys, I'm going to look down the lens. Hang on.
Get this right, let me...
Okay.
Wait a second.
Yeah, okay, right. You ready?
Grab a little bit wider, Lauren, if you can.
Wider?
Like a fishing net.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here I go.
We're happy.
That's all from us. Coming up after the break, Trace Dennis Sorrenthus, Harry Russell, and Hugo Byron will be guiding the show. I will see you later. Thanks for coming.
Bye, everybody.
This is a Gamer's Outreach Cart, or Go-Kart for short. It's a portable video game kiosk built specifically for hospitals. Created and assembled by Gamers Outreach, each unit helps provide recreation to kids and young adults unable to leave their bedsides. The carts can be disinfected easily and have 360 degrees of movement, making them ideal for transport in hospitals. Go-Karts can accommodate a variety of gaming consoles. They also come with wired controllers, a gaming monitor, and are equipped with a lift mechanism that allows the height to be adjusted. Go-Karts provide a safe, flexible, and efficient way to ensure patients have access to entertainment during long-term hospitalization. To learn more about Project Go-Kart, visit gamersoutreach.org.
On Intel Extreme Master Certified PCs, you'll find a gold badge. It means you'll find brilliance inside, that you'll get high-grade components like Intel Core i7 and i9 processors that'll deliver the uncompromised performance you need to game like a pro. Not to mention, every purchase supports the prize pool of Intel Extreme Masters. Intel, unleash your brilliance.
If you want to know what you're good at and, well, also what you suck at, check out csgohub.com. Coming!
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
want you to believe. I want you to believe.
Seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You give me air to breathe, you give me light to see. Oh, when things are out of reach, you bring them back to me, back to me. You see it through, you see it through, eh. You see it through, you see it through. Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. I've lost control. You give me air to breathe. You give me light to see. Oh, when things are out of reach, you bring them back to me, back to me. You see it through, you see it through, eh. You see it through, you see it through. I've been working part-time jobs, chasing all my dreams now lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side, I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different.
been friends for a long time now. Always have a good time whenever we go out. But you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me junk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. It doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Feeling lost like I just wanted time back time. I'm choked up, tell me how do I say this